It's time, baby. Low. Let's turn out we do. Hey. They said we said we it. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we it. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my pimpin' shit. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make you bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we said we it. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 80th installment of the Lowdown on TSWS Gaming. I'm Luke7. Joining me today, as always, is Mr. Ham Solo 05. Hamothy, how you doing?
I can say that I'm doing just fine today. I'm doing pretty good. Twitter and social media and everything has been weird lately.
What's been going on? Because I haven't noticed any of this weirdness.
No, not like the way it's reacting or anything. It's just like it just kind of seems like nobody knows what way to walk, what way to talk, what way to point. What to
I need you to be a little bit more specific.
I'm trying to say that nothing's making sense right now. In my personal opinion, when I look at Twitter, like a lot of stuff that I'm seeing, like I'm hearing all these people, and I'm sure you've heard them throughout the last several weeks. Xbox needs to pack it up. They're done. They're cooked. 42% in sales on console is down, right? And then like we see old Xbox fans that are now haters or ponies or whatever the hell you want to call them out here like celebrating the whole year over year thing, right? And then and then the statistics come out about yourself, and you're just like, we got such a lead. It's not that big of a deal. It's not a big deal. And then we have other people that are kind of like just bystanders that are like, dude, like this is industry wide. Like, why are you surprised? So, and then on top of it, if I'm going to add extra layers for context, it's just, of course we have the whole like political facet that's kind of running through gaming as well. Like we can pretend to ignore it if we want, right? But it was here before this whole Biden Trump thing. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean it's hard. I don't like when people try to separate like life from video games. For example, I saw a tweet from Paris. Someone was calling him out, talking about, oh, you shouldn't be talking about stuff outside of gaming. This is why people shit on
games,
you,
right? Kind of like LeBron just ball, right?
Yeah. And then Paris explains to him in a very well-mannered way that, dude, first off, I'm more than just my hobby. And second, people will always find a way to shit on you if they're not for you. You just have to make peace with it. That's simple. But yeah, it's existed way before the whole Trump and Biden thing was going on, or Trump had come out.
absolutely. But I'm talking about just like more privy things. So like in particular, like something like Stellar Blade.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's whether you want to acknowledge it or not, that's politics. It's not politics in the sense of your state or your whatever, but it's still like kind of like a balance of a law almost, right? Like
Yeah.
you're trying to create a rule or you're trying to take away a rule. So is it not similar or am I tripping, Loke?
Essentially, everything has politics in it, really. Because another look at Stellar Blade with these narratives, and this is why, for me personally, I don't take it too seriously. All this stuff about people trying to throw their narratives around, is that Stellar Blade sold about 1 million copies. Now, that's not like crazy numbers, but for the developer, that is insane. And the people on the PlayStation side pretended as if it was this gigantic, monumental, like sales situation objectively, whereas it's a big, big sales coup for Stellar Blade subjectively. Exactly, subjectively for that specific developer. But objectively, it's really nothing. And then the guys on the Xbox side, oh, it's just 1 million. It didn't sell well. You know, both of the people that are the groups that have always been disingenuous about all these arguments are still being disingenuous about the sales, Ham. That's how I see it. And that's why for me it's kind of like I'm not really pressed about it. I would be surprised if I saw like Xbox people being critical
You're not pressed about what?
about the disingenuous arguments coming out about Xbox needs to go away.
I'm not. I don't think any of us should be pressed about it because we all know that this is like, I mean, this is essentially like a Raiders fan talking to a Kansas City Chiefs fan, right? Like whenever you hear that kind of stuff, it's just kind of like, okay,
it's a whole lot.
Like, like last year, you said you were gonna whoop my ass, and you know you beat us by 2.
Yeah,
like
yeah, and you celebrated as if you won the Super Bowl. Motherfuckers to the playoffs. It is what it is, and I'm a Raider fan. I understand what you're trying to say, you know, but there's objective truth, and the objective truth is Xbox is down big time. PlayStation is also down big time. Now, the sales for PlayStation, even though they're down 40 or 44%, right? Mm-hmm. Although they're super down for PlayStation, what the disingenuous arguments are is, oh, look at how much these 44 is compared to Xbox's 44. And it's like, bro, even when they were selling like high for whatever metrics they each had, PlayStation was way ahead of Xbox. So are we talking about the percentages and the fact that they're both down, or are we talking about who's winning? Because people like to mix those around and then pretend as if, like for this one, the Xbox sales that are down, Ham. People like to pretend like every time they report on the quarters and the sales of the consoles going down, people like to pretend as if it's a cumulative thing and there's less people playing the console. But it's like, no, the consoles are not getting unsold as the percentage of sales are going down. It's just that there's no new people buying. So for me, this whole discussion of Xbox should stop making consoles, you're either memeing, right, which is cool. We're all allowed to laugh and have a laugh. But if you mean it genuinely, then I have to question your integrity as someone that gives takes. Welcome in, Richie. Appreciate you. Says depending how much it costed, big studio games are expensive because they're many overpaid peoples in their small studio is just pure talent. Yes, the promise isn't the consoles, the problem. Okay, the problem isn't the consoles, the problem is the console prices. Ham, I'm guessing we're now pivoting into the why are the sales down? Do you agree that it's the prices?
I think I think that's an ingredient. I don't think that's just like the whole thing though. I think that's like if you look at if you think of like a grilled cheese sandwich, I'd say it's the cheese. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not the whole sandwich, but it's a big piece of it.
It's a big section.
Yeah, right? Because if you look at every console generation, by this time prices were down. That
Yeah,
I
but things
know.
change.
I mean, maybe when I was like a little kid, maybe prices didn't fluctuate or go down as much like that. I don't know for sure because, as I said, as a little kid. But like during like the PlayStation 2, the original Xbox, the 360, the PS3, the PS4, but keep in mind those also had except the Xbox, the original Xbox, that is, those all had different models as well, right? Which I mean,
Yeah,
now they kind of have different models, and I'm sure like the original Xbox had different models as well. They just didn't have different looking models, if that makes sense. Like
yeah,
some
it
of
was
the
the
pieces
spec.
internally were different, but it
Mhm.
looked the exact same as the first Xbox that came off of the shelf.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Compared to the PS2, you know, that had a few revisions, right?
Yeah.
Or at least one that I know of with the really super slim one. And then the PS3 had like three or four. The PS4 had what, like two or three, maybe four. And these are not even counting all of the like internal switches and stuff that they did, because I don't know anything about that. But I know that PS3 by itself had three different versions. And the PS4 had at least two different versions that I know of. The
It,
Pro and the regular.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure why this has like they've made this pivot. Maybe because of COVID, or maybe because like the whole industry has changed in the way people consume and buy video games, right? And consoles. I'm not sure why, but definitely I think it's a factor. Would the Xbox One have sold 60 million if they didn't drop the Kinect and the price stayed at $500? The Xbox One, I think they fucked up with game sharing and the whole internet DRM thing. If they hadn't done that, I think even if they had done that, that lackluster start at the beginning, the sales still would have slowed down. I think a lot of people still would have adopted early, but then they would have left to the PS4 eventually, because the Xbox One got dry like maybe a year into or 2 years into the generation, and then the PS4 like took off. So I I don't think the Kinect and the price really affected it that much. Welcome in, Lady Foxfire. Appreciate you for coming through. Aushus out here. Welcome in, Aushus. The
But
OG 1360 alone. Go ahead, go ahead.
one thing I just wanted to say real quick is like the PlayStation and Xbox isn't doing anything that the rest of the world ain't doing, if that makes sense. Where prices should be going down on some stuff. Inflation seems to not be hurting as bad, but prices didn't change back.
Yeah. It's
You
still
know what I'm saying?
that's the one thing that this generation is doing different from everyone else now. They're not lowering the prices. That's how this generation is unique. And as much as I've enjoyed a lot of the games that have come out this gen, if you had stuck to your PS4 Pro and to your Xbox One X, what really have you missed out on this gen? That's like can't miss, Sam.
That's
You had
nuts because it's like
yeah, a game that you had to be there for it for it to properly wash down all over you. Which one? What are you missing out?
there's really only a few games that like you missed out on if you have a previous generation.
I don't think of
Some
stuff.
of them are on PlayStation, right? Like so you're like Ratchet and Clank Ripped Apart.
That's what I must have. Man.
That's it. You're right, but I'm trying to get as close to a must-have as possible, so then you can tell me maybe if I'm wrong, or I mean, not if I'm wrong, but if we're like missing something, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so
also
let me just kind of
help
I
us
mean,
out, Chet.
one thing you can't say now is Jedi Survivor because that is just shown to be coming soon. To the
even if it wasn't, not a must-have. Next,
let's see, like a whole ass only for this kind of game. Huh.
Someone in the chat, please give us something because I can only think of Starfield.
No. So Forza Motorsports doesn't count either because that's not a must-have game. That's a niche product.
Yeah, give us something.
Burning Shores. I mean, come on, Mr. Joanna Dark. Why are you saying?
Oh my god! My brother in Kojima coming in with the slander. Jeez. Someone give us an unquestionable banger.
So just because Mr. Joanna Dark is asking what the question is, so look, re-ask the question so we can all be on the same page.
All right. If you own a PS4 Pro and you own a Xbox One X, which is the last ones that were released on the previous gen, what really have you missed out on in this current generation that is like an unquestioned must-have game that you had to have had when it came out?
I want to hear you say Tekken isn't one of those.
It's not. And I'm removing myself from
you said
this.
That with a straight face.
I'm removing myself from this equation, man. I'm talking about a game, right? Like Grand Theft Auto. Game like Skyrim. Most of
you just
Tsushima,
let it slide right by. You're just like,
no. I'm talking about a game, Ham, a proper freaking banger. That it's like
an Elden Ring, right?
You need it, yeah. You need it to be there day one.
Helldivers?
What?
Would we say Helldivers?
Yes. I'm not a big fan of Helldivers, but that was definitely a monstrous game. All right. So we have Helldivers.
How about Power World?
Fantasy? No, not Final Fantasy.
Xbox One? Power World?
I don't know. Let me check. Power World Xbox One. No, Power World is not an Xbox, or at least according to this search here. Power World is not an Xbox One.
Well, there's another one. There's two within like a month and a half.
Nope. It's on Xbox One. It's on Xbox One.
Okay, darn. Well,
yep.
All we have right now so far. How about Spider-Man 2?
The fuck out of here.
All right, fine. I tried. I tried to sneak it in. I wanted to say that at the beginning, but then I was like, let me give it some time.
What are you talking about?
Let me, see if warm up a little bit because right now he's throwing Tekken overboard. He's
Ray's
throwing
bringing Gotham Knights in this motherfucker. Get the hell out of here, Ray. Stop trolling. Stop trolling. Lady Foxfire, welcome, man. Appreciate you. No, not Forza. Horizon.
Alan
No,
Wake 2. Yeah. Oh, Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3. How about that?
Yeah, but it's
Game of the year.
You don't have to have bought,
Thank you, Taye. Thank you.
You don't have to have bought a console to play Baldur's Gate 3. Because right now we're specifically talking about motivation for people to buy consoles. These consoles.
Well, that's a different question.
No, it's the exact same question. Because remember, I said if you have a series, a PS4, you have a Xbox One. What is your motivation to move on to the next one? Hi-Fi Rush. Are you buying a console for? I mean, I love Hi-Fi Rush. Are you buying a console for Hi-Fi Rush?
I mean, hell no.
I'm not doing it.
I like the game, but I ain't like that.
Wow. Okay. Game of the generation for Richie is Plague Tale Requiem. All right, not me. Not me. Metal Gear Delta. Let's see when it comes out.
Requiem was amazing. Did you beat it?
And also it's going to be on PC. And Mr. Jonathan, it's going to be on PC. So if I own those old consoles and a PC, I'm good. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
If you own a PC, you're good. But like, if you want to throw those old consoles in too, I guess, yeah.
Stellar Cheeks, no. And I love Stellar Cheeks. Halo Infinite Day 1.
No, Halo Infinite was on Xbox One.
Was it?
It was on Xbox One, yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I had no idea. There's no reason to upgrade. Agreed.
I mean, I would have mentioned Halo. I would have mentioned Halo as one of those because when Halo first came out, it was that game. It was just like Helldivers when it came out. Like it was hitting. And then, 6 months for season 2, and then another 10 months for season 3. It's like, that's what murdered that game.
Yeah, there was no rhythm. There was no rhythm.
They should have came out with Hi-Fi Rush before that game. Maybe they would have got some rhythm.
Yeah. And you know why it's important to bring PC into this conversation, man?
What's up?
It's the fact that, like you said, consoles are not going down. Graphics cards are coming way the fuck down. So it's like every month now, graphics are coming down. Stanley Francois, welcome, man.
Well, yeah, they got to prepare for the new graphics cards, and they can't use the excuse of COVID anymore. Like that's out. Out. And think about it this way as well. You can fool a consumer that's buying a PlayStation or an Xbox because whatever, right? But those technical savvy people that want to buy a GPU and want all these different pieces, all a cart, they are not going to be spending way too much money for too long without like something crazy happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, like in that realm, it's just like the closer you get to fucking with PC players, the more testy the water gets. Does that make sense?
Gets very choppy.
Bro, you don't want to fuck. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. They're very smart individuals for the most part. They don't make the best choices all the time, but for the most part, they're willing to do things that the average person isn't. Keep it a buck.
All right, you know what, Ham? Ty just brought up a good point. All right, let's leave PC out of it. PC, it's not fair. It's not fair to put PC.
It isn't because that's all a cart. Like you build what you want.
Ham, putting PC next to consoles is like putting Game Pass next to PS Plus.
Oh, can we, bro?
Can we get that conversation forever? Come on, bro. Come on. Let's be fair. Let us be fair.
Let you be fair. You're being foul.
I'm being real. You can't compare the two.
I mean, you are. I can't even doubt. I can't even.
All right, so I don't want you to bring that comparison ever again.
What comparison is that in particular?
PS Plus versus versus Game Pass. It's over. It's dead. Yeah. So yeah, let's go back to Tyre's point. All right, fine. So maybe there's some reasons to upgrade the console. Spider-Man 2, no. Tekken, no. Alan Wake 2. Baldur's Gate, yes. So we have Helldivers, Baldur's Gate, Final Fantasy, nope. Final Fantasy, nope. Dragon's Dogma, nope. So we have Helldivers and Baldur's Gate 3. What else you guys got? What do you mean? How is Helldivers next gen? Is Helldivers on PS4? Oshes. I think it's not on PS4.
Well, we're not asking about how is it next gen. We're not. That has nothing to do with this question. The question is, I mean, the question is like, how bad do people need to have this console? And like Helldivers was something that people got a lot of FOMO over. It's real.
Yeah. Dude, I don't even like
to say the same thing about Hogwarts as well, but that was on all the platforms, so that's discounted.
Hogwarts was on Steam, bro. Sorry, it was on Nintendo Switch. Hellblade.
Yeah. So we can't talk about Hogwarts. Hogwarts is out of the picture. We're talking about only games that are only on the next next generation hardware that would make you feel the need to go spend $500. And they're just like that's cool that Helldivers is, and I see and I was like, thank you to Taye for saying all those games that he said, which I mean, he did bring up Spider-Man 2 and Tekken, like I tried, and he swatted both of those down. But I did agree with him with Baldur's Gate, not so much the Final Fantasy games, but like Dragon's Dogma. Final Fantasy is just going out of style. People need to accept it.
Dude, no one's buying it. No one's buying Final Fantasy, and Tyre and everyone else in the chat. I'm asking you guys to take your emotions out of this because I'm a Tekken guy. I'm a Tekken guy.
I mean, that's why I was fine with you swatting that away, because it was just like, well, I mean,
but we have to be honest. How many people are buying new consoles, right, or upgrading their console just for Tekken? It's not many people.
People are buying new consoles to play Madden, FIFA, Call of Duty, and stuff like that. And then once those people that can afford or just like don't give a fuck and are willing, like, I mean, like, you know, like us, right, that don't give a fuck, that are willing to move to the next generation, are like, once they're all done and saturated, right, then you have the people like, you know, like my cousins and uncles and, you know, nephews and stuff like that will and you know, and nieces and stuff like that will be more than happy to play on an Xbox when they don't see the difference. Like if I put Xbox One in my daughter's room right now, she wouldn't know the difference. I mean, granted, she's 6, but who do you think's running most of the gaming industry? A lot of kids,
and a lot of people that don't care about frame rates and graphics. None of the
arguments that we have every day on Twitter matter. They're worthless. They're completely worthless. They're just fun. They just move the time along, and people pretend that they hate it, but they don't hate it. They wake right back up and turn on Twitter and go right back to it every time. They don't hate it.
Yeah,
they want you to think that they hate it because that's popular, but they don't hate it.
And here it is. Ty is asking, for the Xbox One and PS4 generation, what games came out in the first few years that made you want to upgrade? So the reason why we're asking this question is that the Xbox One and the PS4 prices started going down after the 3rd year. Here, in this generation, prices are going up. So the question is, why? That's why we're asking, like, okay, since this whole thing, since this whole generation started, what?
And the graphical upgrade was way different compared to the PS3, 360, and the Xbox One and PS4. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go on ahead.
I lost my train of thought.
God
It's
damn
fine.
it! I hate it when I do that. I just felt the need to just to purge it out, and I fucked up your thought. God damn it! I need to fucking control myself on that, dude. Like that's really something.
No,
No,
I don't want to be
I
ranting here.
do need to control it because my wife hates it.
I'm not your wife, and I like you when you're being annoying. It's fun. This generation has been more.
I like it when you're being annoying. Wow,
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody say that. That's how you know you got a friend, y'all. That's how you know you got a brother.
Oh my god.
Right there.
Richie, thanks so much for the first super chat of the night. I got the Series X because my Xbox One died. There you go. There you go. I got the new consoles, Ham, and I'm being honest here. I got the new consoles because I'm a content creator.
I got the new consoles because I really actually just wanted the new consoles. But it's also because I'm privileged enough to be able to do that. Right? I mean, that's a big piece of it, right? I'm a person that's worked their way into being able to enjoy his hobby. Not everybody can say that.
Ham, one of my brothers, I'm not saying he's rich, but he has the money. He's still on his 1X.
But that's not. But that might not be his hobby.
No, he plays a lot of video games. He's got a PC, he's got a PS4, and he has an Xbox One X. His PC is a monster. But he's like, dude, I have no reason. He says he's got no motivation to buy these new consoles.
Of course not. You just said he's got some monster PC.
Okay, so if you have PC, you don't need consoles. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, that's been the saying forever. Why are you acting like it's new?
Because I think it's bullshit. I think you still need a console.
It's not bullshit. It's not. Like, the only time that you really need another console is if you're gaming in multiple rooms. Like, other than that, like, if you game in just the same spot and you're okay with that, then I'd say just get a PC and stop fucking around. Like,
or when God of War Ragnarok comes out, you can play it.
Yeah, or you can just wait because PlayStation is just going to give it to you anyways. I mean, look at Helldivers, right? We're talking so much about Helldivers, but that was on PC day one. Concord, as bad as that game is, supposedly, I have fun with it, but PC day one. Sure, you can't play Astrobot. Sure, you can't play Astrobot, but what's the difference between having an Xbox and then having a PlayStation at that point, or a PC? You know what I'm saying? Because PC doesn't always. I mean, now it's getting everything that Xbox gets, right? But not every single thing that PlayStation gets. But soon, I mean, that's just soon that could be a possibility. But at the same time, it like each platform is gonna have something to provide differently than another platform. But if you just want something like you said earlier, Logue, you were talking about, Xbox games are going to be everywhere. Why even bother getting an Xbox anymore if the games are just going to be on PlayStation? Well, I'm telling you, why even bother getting a PlayStation when if it's going to be on PC? It's the same argument.
Okay, ecosystem matters. I would like to take it back. I'd like to take back what I said about Xbox, because the Xbox ecosystem is pretty cool.
Yeah, you say that, but you can't tear yourself away from it, right? You say that, you can't stop playing it.
No, because I'm saying it, right? The reason I came to this conclusion is I was playing Judgment. I recently started Judgment on my PS5, and I just decided I'm gonna have a new regime on MLB. Sorry, not MLB. NFL 23. I'm just going to play one game of NFL 23 on the Xbox as soon as I get home, and then I'll play whatever else. But I need to play one NFL game every day. And it feels smoother. I like the way the notification system works. I like the look of it. I know a lot of people trash the Xbox UI or whatever, but for me, I think it's beautiful.
It's just old. It's just old, and old is good.
It's good
Old is good in some ways for technology. I mean, it's not exciting, but there's less to fix when you bring over the old stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like understanding an engine, right? When you're gaming, like once you move to the next engine, you got to relearn a lot of stuff, right? It might be a lot of the same. Like it might be Unreal Engine 5 compared to 4, but there's still learning that has to be done over there, right? Compared to what you could just throw out on. I mean, you're familiar with Unreal Engine 4. You could make a game way quicker on that than you possibly could starting out fresh on an Unreal Engine 5. Possibly. I'm not saying that's true, but I'm just saying that like familiar things are a lot easier to manage and fix than bringing on something new. And I think that's common knowledge.
Yeah. Mr. Janet Dark is main desktop and then have my PC handhelds to play well. So you're just PC through and through. Nothing else, just PC.
No, Mr. Janet Dark fucks with everything.
All right.
Like he fucks with PlayStation. I mean, how else would he know how boring Horizon is? You have to play it to know that.
Also, Horizon on PC, if I'm not mistaken.
But yeah, but like he has a 4090 PC and he has like way too many handhelds. I think he's surrounded more by PC than he is with any of the other things. But like he fucks with everything.
Still plays them. I only got my new Xbox because I got $250 gift card from Boom. I need to watch more of Mr. Boomstick's podcast.
Yeah,
who gives away $250 gift cards?
He does that around the holiday season.
All right. Guess who's going to be watching Mr. Boom?
He has a lot of people that watch. He has a lot of people that watches and subscribes. And, goes to a show and stuff like that. So he's able to do that kind of stuff.
All right. There you go. Boom. And there was a sale at Best Buy, so I only paid $150. So again, lots of people testifying that they only got these consoles because things like fell into place and it was perfectly like easy to get the new console. So these consoles have not been must-haves. That's my conclusion of why the sales are going down, Ham. Because the prices are maintaining, but the product being presented is not superior to the previous one. And we're not even going to lie to each other about, oh, no, but I think this, but I think that. Numbers do not lie. The numbers say people are not buying anymore. If you go back to the PS4 gen, if you go back to the Xbox One gen, people were buying more. And the two correlating factors is prices were going down and there was bangers coming out, at least on PlayStation. On Xbox, it was kind of iffy. Who with the monster PC needs a freaking console? I would still need a console. Even with a monster PC. Also, if anyone wants to send me a gift card for a monster PC, I'm good. I'm just saying, dude. I'm still thinking about Lady Foxfire getting a $250 gift card. God damn. My partner uses the PC for Warframe and Baldur's Gate 3. Nice. Exclusives don't really matter. Ham, is that bullshit? I think it's bullshit.
I mean, they matter for a little bit, but not really. Like, not like I don't feel like overall they matter too much. I mean, anymore. They used to matter, but like as of now, like I think with everything kind of like unless you are making games only for your own platform all the time, kind of like Nintendo is.
Yeah.
Then I'd say, yeah, exclusives do matter, right? Because they pretty much have their brand around exclusivity and stuff like that. But like PlayStation does all this, like PlayStation and Xbox do all this, like, buddy deals and stuff like that. And, they already meet in the middle at PC. So I'm just like, now that you gave somebody another place to play, it's almost like you're telling me that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it doesn't matter what I think, it's what you did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can be as passionate as I want and think that my Broncos are the best team, but then when they lose 4 straight, like, and you know, coaching hasn't taken out the quarterback.
So are they the best team?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like I mean, like, you promise or you say that, you know, this matters so much, but then I look over and I see you giving your shit away to somebody else, and then you're like, oh, well, but it's been a few months. Loke told me that games don't expire. So
that's true.
Do you not trust that eventually they'll come over, or are you pandering to people to make sure that you sell the product that you put on the market? You're pandering to people, and that's what it is.
The point about games expiring, Ham, it goes back to my original point of what games came out that you had to get the new console to play. Because games don't expire. But when God of War 2 came out, Ham, on the PS2, when God of War 3 came out, I bet you there's a lot of people that bought consoles just for God of War. I bought a PS3 just for PS4 or just for MGS4.
Yeah.
And the sales of that game will tell you that a whole lot of people bought either the game and PS3s as well. Because people forget, right? Or either they forget or they like to ignore it. People forget by the end of the generation, the PS3 did outsell the 360.
Yeah, but nobody cared.
No, nobody cared. Exclusives don't have the allure anymore. I think it also depends on the type of gamer you are. I've been only playing indie games, and I love those games. So that's the thing. My point with that question is, because everything and everyone is fighting for your attention, whether it's Netflix, ESPN, YouTube, TikTok, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Nintendo, all these avenues. There's never been so many avenues for entertainment. Some of them, and most of them free, right? Available. All of them fighting for the 2 or 3 hours that you have free after you leave work before you go to bed. These consoles have not given the PS5 and the Series X and S, they haven't given us enough reason to buy them. And as they are already, you haven't given me enough reason. And you're not lowering the price 3-4 years into it. Are you serious? All right. Stay with your, you can keep your console. I'm gonna keep it pushing. And here we are.
Just real quick, you guys, please hit that like button if you can. That'd be really dope. Share this thing out. Let everybody else know that we're live and whatnot. We're out doing consistent content, doing our thing and whatnot, and we just ask for something as small as that. So please hit the like button, share it out, subscribe if you're new and whatnot. But anyways, keep on pushing.
I'm demanding it. I demand that you press the like button. Yeah, I'm not missing out on games. Only play on PC. My gaming needs can't be met that way. I'll keep my PS5 right where it is. All right. Fair enough for you, man. Fair enough. Don't do Xbox. Think that. I still think console, but I play console for convenience. All right, Ham. I don't have much to add on this one. Do you have anything else?
No, what are we going to present for news today? I feel like we just kind of... That was the intro. 45 minutes.
By the way, it was supposed to be like 5 minutes.
Because you asked me what's been going on with me lately, and I told you I'd just, like, you know, it's been a little while, just like some of the stuff that I've seen and whatnot, and we've never on topic ever since. As for the games I've been playing as of lately, a lot of Destiny, a lot of 2K 24, in anticipation for 25 to be coming out, and then I started Mafia.
Okay.
And that game is really good. Never played it.
Oh,
I didn't even play it back in the day when it came in like the double disc or whatever.
that's
I believe.
why.
So yeah, it's the first time I ever played it, and man, that game is gorgeous.
It is.
It really is, and the acting in it is like top tier. It's very good.
Ooh.
So I highly recommend playing it, but it's going to be coming to Game Pass here shortly. So I'm excited for it to come into Game Pass because then I get to try it on my PC.
Mm-hmm.
Because I game share with Matt, and Matt's the one that bought Mafia. I didn't buy it. He has Mafia 1, 2, and 3. And I was like, shit, I got a lot of gaming I can do. But then Xbox said they're coming out with it on Game Pass, and I'm like, hell, well, I can try it out on my PC and see how much better this looks. And then on top of it, it won't be running at 30 FPS. Because I believe the one that's coming to Game Pass, I think it runs at 30 FPS.
On the Series X?
I believe so.
And you can build a PC with $1,000 that runs way better than the PS5
That's not true.
And the Series X.
That's not exactly true. Maybe for this game in particular because it's older, but like
these handhelds that are coming out, these Lenovo's and whatever that are coming out for $600-$700 do not run better than Series X's and PS5.
No.
I saw some dude on
those things do like 1080p max.
If you buy a I don't know which one of the, like a ROG Ally or something, and he was like, if you buy one of these, you don't need a console.
No.
No?
Yeah, those things, like I said, they only do up to 1080p. Like my Steam Deck only does 800p.
Wait, sorry. Mafia is a remaster. It's not a remake?
No, it's a remaster.
Oh,
or yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. I'm a little confused now.
They run most games near the same, but at lower res or details. Oh, okay. All right. Roger that. Let's get into the new games, because I don't know, man. By the time we finish with the new games, we might not have any time left for the show. It's a lot of games.
Put some on the screen then. Put some on the screen.
It's a lot of games. The first one is, oh, hold on. Let me fix this. There we go. First one is Creatures of Ava. Embark on a mission to save an alien planet in Creatures of Ava, and check out the launch trailer for another look at this upcoming cozy creature saver game. Creatures of Ava will be available on PC, Xbox, and Game Pass on August 7th. That's today. It's on Game Pass today. Taking on the life and death task of cleansing and all-consuming infection, the withering, ravaging the planet of Ava is the top priority, but is what's in the planet's best interest also aligned with your own best interest? Ooh, mystery. All right, let's take a look at this. This game's already on Game Pass today, so if anyone's interested, knock yourselves out. Look at me talking as if everyone has Game Pass. If anyone's interested that has Game Pass. Dude, I just assume it's like the baseline thing to do, Ham. If you're a gamer, you have to have Game Pass. I don't care if you're on PC or if you're on Xbox. It's basic.
Damn, Loke.
It's like, I like playing basketball. Do you own a basketball? It's the basics, dude.
You think the basics is having game is having
Yeah.
Game Pass.
Yes.
For Loke now.
Yes.
Loke says the basics is having Game Pass if you're a
Yeah.
true gamer. That's wild.
Yeah. No, you don't even need to be a true gamer. Casual. That's why it's the basics, Sam. Casual. If you're a casual gamer.
I
You have
think
to have Game Pass.
Xbox would agree with you, bud.
And then they call me the pony on this channel. It is wild.
Well, you are.
I am okay. You know what? Let's focus on Ava. This game looks nice.
It looks relaxing.
It looks like a slightly more polished version of Gunk. Remember Gunk?
Oh yeah, I remember Gunk.
This one seems like more polished.
Gotcha.
Wait, is this not going to? It's not going to PlayStation. Hold on. I'm sorry. I need to. What?
It's probably going there later or something. I don't know. You had to make us all see what you're saying.
Sorry. Fuck. I forgot to tab into another tab. My bad. Anyways, Ham, are you interested in Creatures of Ava? No, I'm just kind of stressed. Why is this? Why is it not showing a PlayStation?
Why are you so stressed about that? Like, who cares?
I'm curious. Okay, I'm not stressed. My bad. I used the wrong word.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. PlayStation and Kenna, and we had the Gunk. Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah. Okay. PlayStation had Kenna, and we had the Gunk. Yeah, the Gunk was not great. Ham, are you interested in Creatures of Ava?
Kind of like. I'm not jumping out of my seat for it or anything. I bet it's a fun, cute game. I ain't got nothing against it. Just not dying to play it right at the moment.
All right. Sifu's on Humble Bundle. Everyone watching this, go and buy Sifu right now.
Sifu's dope.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Kenna's on Xbox now. Oh my god, dude. Day one, it was on PlayStation. Chill, bro. Chill. As for Creatures of Ava, I feel the same way as you have. Like, I might give this a go, but I might never install this and play it. But it doesn't look like a bad game. Anyone likes cozy games, Creatures of Ava is live right now on Game Pass. Next, we have Wreckfest 2. Go, hold up, let me share this out. There we go. Wreckfest, best-in-class car destruction and truly epic moments of chaos. Remember Destruction Derby?
Yeah.
Did they ever make a new one, like for new generations? For that specific?
I didn't follow it. I just remember it.
I don't see anything. I don't think I've ever seen anything on the current gen. It's kind of disappointing. But okay, here's Wreckfest 2. Is that a Camaro? That looked like a Camaro. Motherfucker, you're doing this to a Camaro. Oh.
It's called Wreckfest.
Don't do it to a Mustang or something, not a freaking Camaro. Oh.
No, but we're driving the Mustang.
You got jokes, huh?
I'm just saying. Look at him rubbing down the car like he ain't finna cut his finger.
I have no rebuttal to that.
Thank you, Lady Foxfire, for sharing out the stream on posting it on Twitter. I appreciate that. She tagged us both in it. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. This looks fun.
It does.
But then again, the other Wreckfest looked fun, and then I downloaded and played it, and I was kind of bored.
I don't like that they're showing only this camera from inside the car.
Yeah, this is weird. Like, I want to see gameplay. This is like I like unmute it real quick.
Like it is gameplay, bro.
LowDown E80, move it! You take that piece of throw it up there!
So they swear.
Oh, feels like something came out between the seat. Oh.
Oh, that voice acting stinks.
I'm just upset that they did that to Camaro.
That voice acting was not so hot.
I'm excited for you know what? Here we go. At least Poison Maniac's excited. I'm not excited. They shouldn't have done that to a Camaro. They should
No,
not.
whatever. That's all you care about.
Yeah, that's what's stressing me out right now.
Who cares, man? I hope they do have a Camaro that you can drive in it, and then you can invite me to the game, and I'll beat the brakes off of that Camaro.
Just so you can wreck it. You don't even care about winning or losing. Oh god! First person, a psychological horror game. The Occultist launches in 2025 for the PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Let's see some gameplay. The Occultist. Serve some more tea.
What are we doing? All right. What are we doing in this game?
It looks like
running around. Are we looking in medicine cabinets? Is it one of these kind of games like Resident Evil? Or you're walking around and this looks nice.
It does.
But I don't know if that's in game or like, you know.
It's definitely not in game. This is definitely like a cutscene.
I mean, yeah, but like, is it gonna look this nice in game? Is what I'm saying. Looks like it might.
Okay, doors that close themselves.
Okay, man. What's the what's the sound like?
But when
yeah, this is fine. There's no music.
Then we see what is really there.
It looks like the Medium. This is just like the Medium. Why would you reveal the shit if you don't have a weapon?
Yeah, I know. Like, what's happening here?
Light candles.
This dude called out the enemy, and now he's terrified. Like, what's happening?
Woefully unprepared, bro. And then there's probably something behind it.
When you have to face evil, fear is not an option.
Okay.
What? So the solution is to walk around with the mirror as a shield, like
it looks like it's a chase game, like a game where they chase you, and you have to like figure your way out through a house to get into a place to be able to kill them.
That I am not just.
That's what it's seeming like.
I am the occultist.
Fuck off. No gameplay. Anyways.
Jeez Louise, Loke, relax.
Thank you. Osha says exactly what I was thinking. It's the Medium with the dude. Just go play the Medium. That's what I'm gonna do.
Bloober would really appreciate that.
It's a good game. The Medium is a very good game. Rewind or Die coming to PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One.
Here we go again.
What? What? What are we talking about?
It's just like, I wonder. It's just like another thing that goes on top. It's just another layer another game that's just going everywhere. That's just another reason. I mean, I know this isn't like a barn burner kind of game, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like the next game to be like that, like what you're talking about, is either coming out throughout the rest. I don't even know if it's coming from Xbox, right? I'd like it to. I'd like to think that something as big as an IP like Indiana Jones would do something, but I don't know.
GTA 6 will do it.
That's what
6
I was going to. That's what I was going to. Is like GTA 6 will be that game to like remind everybody that doesn't have a current gen hardware that they need to get it. To be real, really, if Madden and 2K actually stood on business and did that, then people would probably upgrade. But people, but they're not going to do that because I mean, to be real, it'd be
they're standing on business. Because they're standing on business.
Yeah, because they're standing on business in a different way.
Exactly. By putting it everywhere, they're standing on business, bro. They're quite literally standing on business, being like, no, this is going everywhere. All right?
We're going to show you how worthless this next-gen console is.
Mm-hmm. Make no mistake, Microsoft knows business. Sony, oh my God, they both know business. They just disagree on philosophies. Anyways, let's see the trailer for this Rewind or Die game. Oh, this is Pixel. Like PS1 Pixel.
I can tell you firmly that I don't want to play this.
And it's got like the cassette tape aesthetic.
That's fine. I'm all set. I bet it's a pretty fun game too. But it's just like when I say I don't want to play it, I more or less mean like, dude, like I have way too many other games to play right now. And I look at this and I'm just like, nah.
This is not a must play.
Nah. This is one of those things that you just run into and play when there's nothing coming out and you're just kind of on your back. I mean, that's how I look at it. This might be a day one for some, but it's not for me. I'm not that guy.
Is anyone in the chat interested in this game? I'm curious. Because this one looks like a very niche game, man. Like just like you, I have nothing against it, but I don't think it's going to do numbers.
No, this reminds me of going back to like Max Payne 1 now. That's what this reminds me of.
Without the nostalgia, because you can go back to Max Payne because you have nostalgia.
Right.
I can go back and play Metal Gear Solid 1. Sorry. Metal Gear 1 can fuck right off. But Metal Gear Solid 1, I can go back and play it in its original state because I have the nostalgia for it. But this one has no nostalgia and it's just there. It's just like, bro.
Not for us at least.
Yeah. Anyways, that's Rewind or Die. If anyone's interested. Looks okay for indie horror. There's a ton of this on Steam. Well,
it was very much a puzzle game from what it looks like, right?
Well, it needs to get better. All right? That's all I have to say on this one. Ham, the next game is a Souls-like. Anyone that watches us knows that Ham hates Souls-likes. But the first Berserker is another one that's coming next year. And I think it's going to be a freaking banger. This one has an anime style to it. Ham, here's a Souls-like for you.
Oh my God. What's this game called?
Hold on. This is the first Berserker. The first Berserker Kazan launches in 2025. First 15 minutes of gameplay and unveil the universe developer diary. This actually mixes like a Souls-like, which is one of my favorite genres, and anime, which I absolutely adore. So you put those two together, and here we are. So this is like extended gameplay. We're going to skip forward a bit. Some cutscenes.
Can you turn on the audio?
Let's see if there's any music. Oh, no music.
Your body is fully healed.
God, I'm so tired of games like this. So, like, I'm getting sick of it.
What's up, man? What's up? What's your problem? Wow, Lady Foxfire says I'm good on those. yeah.
I'm just so sick of these games.
Darksiders is awesome. Darksiders is awesome. Power Blow, welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Dark Souls 3 is a little Souls-like. Yeah, it is. It is. I like the female protagonist though from Dark Souls, from Darksiders 2. It's a nice change from the previous ones. Tell me why you hate Souls-likes.
It's not that I hate them, man. Like I said, I had a good time with Elden Ring. I beat that game, and I played some other Souls ones. And can you mute that shit?
Hold on. There we go. Go ahead.
All right, thank goodness. Like I'm just, it's just played out, man.
Played out.
For me, it is personally just played the fuck out. Like it's just like every game's kind of very similar, samey mechanics. Block, dodge, roll, swing. Block, dodge, roll, swing, parry. Parry, swing, dodge, roll. Roll, dodge, parry, swing. Like, it's just like, I mean, like, it's just I'm so tired of it. To be real, like, I'm damn near ready to have like a campaign of fuck Souls and fuck everybody that doesn't like me saying it.
I like you saying it.
Like, not everybody's into this niche genre that blew up because one game was really good at what they did. Now everybody else thinks they can do it. Like, sure, some of these might be good, but I just feel like it's almost like just a genre that's only kind of being like focused on right now. It kind of goes into the thought process to me of like, is there anything in gaming that's new in the last like few years, like play wise?
Ham, I have a question for you.
Like, it just doesn't feel very innovative, man. It just doesn't. Like, if all of these different companies are all doing this, like, who's pushing the needle to the next? Like, I don't know. It's just so fucking boring. I'm tired of it, dude. I'm tired of lock onto the enemy, walk around him, block, swing. Like dude, like fucking Jesus. Like everything. Like 80%. It feels like 80% of the new games that got announced this year are just these kind of games. Whether they're actual Souls games or Souls-like games or games that look like something that would be a Souls, a Black Myth, a Stellar Blade, a Rise of Ronin, half the fucking PlayStation show. Like, This is part of the reason I'm such a fan of Xbox right now. If I'm being real, this is part of the reason why I'm such a fan of Xbox and how they're moving and the things that they're doing. There isn't very many games that are the exact same or feel the exact same. Yeah, some of them may be silly and goofy. Some of them may not be that big of a deal to me, but I am fucking sick of Souls games. And it seems like anybody that's anybody wants to make their own Souls games.
As they should.
No, they shouldn't. Be a trendsetter. Stop following trends. That's all this is following a trend in hopes. I mean,
this one's going to be
man.
a banger. This one's going to be a banger.
This might be.
No, I'm telling you that it will.
That's what I'm saying is you're hitting me with so many that I don't want to play any of them. I don't want to be sifting through 20 different Souls games to find 2 that I like. Like,
Uso,
I'm
welcome.
all set. Fuck Souls games, dude. I'm tired of them.
God damn.
Sorry that you had to hear that, sweetie. I didn't know you were buying me.
Yeah. Then ask why are the games not selling well if they all play the same. Ham, and this one this one's for Ham, but it's also for everyone else in the chat. Where is all this energy with first-person shooters? Where is it? Why are people freaking out about freaking Souls likes that you get, like, I don't know, maybe 10 a year when you get 100 shooters every month? What are we talking about? I don't understand. It feels like people are just tired of difficult games. That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like you're tired of Souls like. It feels like you're just tired of losing. That's just me. Because of actual variety. Oh my god, actual variety. Dude, Hi-Fi Rush is still High on Life, sorry. High on Life is still a first-person shooter. COD's a first-person shooter. Doom's a first-person shooter. It's just first-person shooters. People are recently celebrating Valorant going on console and first-person shooter. A lot of Souls likes are trying to be the next FromSoft. They need to aim. Stop it. Where are these tweets? Where are these comments talking about, oh, these guys are just trying to be Call of Duty? These guys are just trying to be Overwatch. Screw them. No, that's not what happens with shooters. Why can shooters have 1,000 different games, but Souls likes have to limit themselves to 5? As much as I like Flintlock, I can agree these Souls-like elements are not my thing. These Souls-like fans are weirdos. They like wasting their time. I'm a Souls-like fan. You can call me a weirdo all you want. Ham, I was asking in the chat. And I'll ask you because you weren't here. Where's all this energy to first-person shooters? Where's all this hate? Because there's like 10 Souls like that come out a year, but there's 50 first-person shooters coming out.
Name 5. Year. Name 5.
I'm not a first-person shooter guy. You can't name 5 Souls like.
I mean, sure.
5 Souls like right now, Ham.
What first-person shooter games are there that came out in the droves this year compared to this?
Again, Ham. I just told you.
So you're just throwing that out there. I'm giving you proof.
Which 5 Souls like came out this year?
This not what came out this year. What's just been being talked about and marketed this year?
Okay, all right.
What's being talked about? I'm looking forward to playing. I'm not excited for any of these Souls games. Is what I'm saying.
All I'm saying is that no one is freaking out about 1,000 shooters. No one's freaking out about all
Because
these
there's
shooters
1,000
are.
different ways to play as shooters. The
There's
Souls
1,000
games are
different
all
ways to play
damn near
Souls
the
likes.
same. You dodge and
There's
parry
1,000
and
different
then
ways.
swing. They're all
There's
the
1,000
fucking
different ways
same.
to
Like,
play
you can argue all you
Souls-likes.
want with me, but like first-person shooters, I mean, there's a lot of different things that you do in different types of first-person shooters. There are first-person shooters that have nothing. There are some games that are first-person shooters that aren't even focused in on like shooting in particular. Like the whole thing is like the story and stuff like that. I mean, there's so many different
So
types of
Souls-like,
first-person shooters.
there's no Souls
I'm
like
a little
that about the
confused
story.
by what you mean by that.
There's no Souls like that about the story. I'm asking you because you're using it as a defense for shooters. You are the one who used it as a
I
defense for
don't
shooters.
know.
The fact that there's
I
shooters
personally
that have
don't know.
story. Okay?
Like
Lies
which
of P.
which
Lies of P.
Souls games
Lies of P. Lies of P.
can you tell me about Lies of P?
I haven't played it yet, but I
Okay,
know it's a Souls.
I'm just saying, like, what Souls game does anybody know about? Like, know the story of? Because whenever I hear all these Souls games come out, I never hear somebody say, "Man, that story was banging." I've never heard anybody say this Souls game story is hot. It is a bang. I've never heard anybody. You put 90 hours at how much in the Elden Ring? Tell me a little bit about the story.
I don't know what the fuck's going on in Elden Ring.
It's just the gameplay in that game is really good. It's top tier, and everybody else is trying to copy it.
But is there a story or not?
What's that?
Is there a story or not? Just because people aren't focusing on the story does not mean there isn't one there.
I'm not saying that there isn't a story, Loke. That had nothing to do with what I brought up.
No,
I'm just saying that, like,
your defense of one of your defenses of shooters was that there's shooters that focus on story.
There are games where you're in a first-person shooter and you are just pretty much following the story. You're barely even shooting or like even having to work super hard to shoot. Think of a game. Think of like High on Life. High on Life, you remember most of the story. You don't think about all the shooting. The shooting is cake in that game. It's so easy.
So the issue is difficulty here.
No, the issue isn't difficulty as much as it's just like repetitiveness of just being boring. You're doing literally the same thing. I'm not doing the same thing in a shooter like Call of Duty that I'm doing in a High on Life. I'm not. There's nothing. They're both first-person shooters, but what about it is the same?
You aim, and then you pull the trigger, and then projectiles come out of wherever it is that you're pulling, and then it goes, and then it hits a target, and then if you hit enough, if you hit the target enough times, they die. That's every first-person shooter that's ever been made since Doom. There's not one first-person shooter that does not have exactly what I just said.
Okay, sure. If you want to feel right, then stop right there. You got me. Everything dies when they get shot. You're right. Sure.
No, because
I'm not sure how. But my whole point is, you're not making me feel less the way that I feel right now.
I'm not saying you shouldn't feel the way you feel.
Well, then what's your point?
I'm trying to understand the frustration with Souls-likes. That's all I'm trying to understand.
I gave you my frustrations with it, and you just gave me another genre.
Yes, because the frustration to me, right? To me, from what I can understand, from you and even from the chat as well, is that, oh, we've done this before. And my question to that is, isn't that every single genre that has ever existed? Every single one. Like, whether it's racing, I only chose FPS because randomly. But whether it's racing, whether it's fighting, whether it's pick whatever genre you want. RPG, every single one of them has 2 or 3 elements that they all do. But Souls-like is the only one. It's the only one that people are like, no, we're frustrated with this. We need less of this. But every other genre can take those 4 or 5 main components and keep shitting out essentially the same-ish game. But it's not a problem. Souls-like is the one that no, you guys need to stop with this. So my question was,
is Souls niche or not, Loke? Is it niche or not?
I would say it started off niche. Now,
no, I'm not asking you what you think is happening. I'm asking you definitively if it's niche or not.
It's not niche. It's now mainstream. It used to be, but it's now mainstream.
Elden Ring's main. Elden Ring is the only thing that's main. Everything else is niche. All these other Souls stuff is niche. Elden Ring is the only thing that's not niche in the whole Souls thing.
You asked me, is Souls like niche or not? You didn't say, is this game niche?
No, I didn't say. You're right. And you answered the question as to, and I gave you my answer. I said, hey, okay, you don't think that's niche. I mean, you don't think that Souls-like games are niche anymore. And I'm telling you, in my opinion, I think the only thing about Souls that's not niche is Elden Ring. Everything else is niche. Bloodborne is even niche. Would you say it's not?
Okay. Yeah, I would. Because for me, when someone asks me if something is niche, my analysis is, okay, what's the broad appeal for this? And the closest to whether something is like broadly appealed to is 2 things for me: sales and popularity of discourse on the internet. And these games sell well, whether it's The Surge, whether it's Lies of P, whether it's
The Surge sold well.
Yes, that's why they made a second one. It's just like Stellar Blade, Ham. It's just like exactly like Stellar Blade. They're not selling 20 million. They're not selling 10 million. But you know what they're doing? They're making a profit, a solid profit for the people who are making them. That's why they keep making more of them. It's like the people. I was talking to Cozy a couple of weeks ago about Nintendo sales. Nintendo celebrating, this game sold 1.2 million. This game sold 2.5 million. And Nintendo's making like big posts and whatever. And she's like, dude, not everything functions the way we think in the West, where it's like if a game didn't sell 10 million, it didn't sell. Bro, some companies are actually responsible fiscally in terms of how much they put in. So when a game sells 800,000, when a game sells 1.2 million, it's selling gangbusters compared to what they put into it. So yes, Ham, and the fact that they keep making more and more and more, it's just like microtransactions, Ham. Me and you agree on this point with microtransactions. How can we not agree on this with Souls-likes? The reason why microtransactions will never die is because people keep paying for them. So companies keep making money. So what are the companies concluding? This is a good strategy. We're going to make more money with this. So make more games with microtransactions. And that's what they do. Souls-likes, same thing. They don't just wake up and like, oh, let's make this Berserker game and make it a Souls-like. They pay people to do market research. They go out and talk to other companies. And then they come to the conclusion that there's a market for it. I'm here. I'm one of those psychos. I'm going to buy this day one, baby. Let's go. This looks solid as hell. This one is going to be it's going to be in the top 10 of Steam when it launches. I can guarantee it. So based off of that,
to me, this is to me, it doesn't. What they're doing in a lot of these games isn't different enough. Like, I'm sorry. Like you say a lot of the, oh, well, in a FPS game you shoot and the person dies. Yeah, but how many damn different ways have they thought of shooting and doing things, and different types of guns and different types of mines, and like there's nothing like Starfield and so like Starfield, you can call that a first person shooter.
yeah,
you can play first person.
I played in first person. I play in first person.
Like tell me how identical that is to a Call of Duty campaign. Like, it's not.
Do you want me to respond to you?
It's not even in like first person shooters don't even have to be in the same genre. Like, that's how different first person shooters can be. First person shooters can be in an RPG, or they can be completely totally different and just be PvP only. As for I haven't seen that with the Souls game. Souls game, it's the same type of thing. It's you all by yourself in the middle of a world, dodging, parrying, swinging. Damn near every Souls game. The closest game to make a big difference to me in something like this is something like Remnant. Remnant did a good job. I'm proud of Remnant. I'm happy to play Remnant when Remnant 3 comes out. If it does, I'll be there damn near day one. But that's because it's totally different. It's still that aspect of, the whole Souls feel, but it just doesn't feel like Elden Ring when I'm playing it. It doesn't feel like Bloodborne or Demon Souls or just like all those games kind of felt the exact same when I turn them on. And those are the best of the best. So I'm supposed to expect that somebody's going to come out of nowhere. There's a possibility that could happen, but I'm not finna have this album book of different Souls games and keep trying them, and then they stink, and then they stink, and then they stink, and I finally found one after $300. Like, it's just like to me, there's just too many of the Souls games personally, and I don't think they're that. I don't think they got there yet in the different ways to play for them to be that exciting for me personally. Yeah. This super chat had me cracking up, right? Because Football Manager caught a stray for no reason.
Oh my god! I need to screenshot this and put it on Twitter. There's no way I'm letting this go by. Drawn TJ, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. It says COD, Halo, Doom, and Battlefield are all different. Look, take the L, my guy. Football Manager is garbage. Like, dude, did you have to add the Football Manager part?
You had to make sure to get all $5 worth.
There was no reason to add Football Manager. Seriously,
shit, that's funny.
Ham, do you know why? Do you know why I'm sticking to my guns on this one?
You always stick to your guns, so I'm not surprised.
No. Ham, there's been times where you or the chat have convinced me otherwise. There have been times.
Okay, excuse me. Most times you stick to your guns.
All right. So for me, right, when we talk about, and this is a great example that he brings up, COD, Halo, and Doom. Ham, the reason why we can tell that these games play so differently is because we play so many first-person shooters.
Don't agree. Go ahead, though. Continue.
And I'll take it to fighting games. And this one, you can even ask K-Mega, he'll confirm. People that don't play fighting games will play 3 completely different fighting games.
Right.
But
sure.
because you don't play a lot of fighting games, you won't be able to tell the difference. You can easily make the statement of, oh yeah, they basically play the same, because that's not your thing. But someone that plays a lot of fighting games will be like, dude, these are completely different. You can't even put this one next to this one. They're in different galaxies. They're not even different planets. They're in different galaxies. But someone that doesn't play the fighting games will tell you, no, Street Fighter and Guilty Gear essentially the same. It's just that one is cell shaded and the other one is not. But they're essentially the same, just 2D fighters. And with first person shooters that Dron TJ just brought up, I'm now realizing that even though I say I don't play first person shooters, I've played all of these for at least 100 hours, every single one of these, all 4 of these. Can everyone in the chat here say they've put 100 hours into 4 different types of Souls-likes? Or has everyone given a bash at like 1 or 2 Souls-likes, left and been like, I know the whole genre, and then done what we are doing right now, which is watch a video or watch tons of videos of Souls-likes and then come to this exact same conclusion? Now I want everyone to be honest. I want everyone to be honest.
I'm gonna be honest with you right now.
You're always honest.
They were coming out with just as many. If they were coming out with just as many racing games as they're coming out with Souls games, I'd say the exact same thing. When there's just too much of something and you can tell, when you can literally tell that somebody is chasing a trend, it doesn't become fun anymore. It just doesn't. And that's what I'm personally saying, that this is like a trend to me and I don't like it. Something did really well, so a bunch of other people are copying it, and it's just not, to me, it's not like sure, I see what you're saying, like, hey, if you don't play all these different games, you're not in tune with all of every single mechanic that happens in each game. Like, I understand that completely. And in that way, yeah, you're right with that. But what I'm saying is, like, when something's just like obviously a trend and people are kind of chasing it, it's kind of like I'm gonna go back to this to this comparison because I've used it before, but it kind of reminds me of like the whole McDonald's with the $5 meal thing, and everybody else, every other company felt the need to copy it, right?
Okay.
You're not doing anything that's exciting. You're just copying the other people. Sure, you're gonna make money off of it. That's fine, but I don't care how much money you make off of it. I'm the consumer. I'm giving you the money, so I'm losing money by helping you. So I don't care about your financials. I care about how my experience is. And for me, that I'm seeing all of these different, like I've seen like at least 7 or 8 different Souls games in just the past couple showcases. And I'm not excited at all for it because it's just, to me, it's just like, it seems that everybody realized, hey, just like microtransactions and stuff like that. Once they all realize that, oh, everybody's doing it now. Oh, this is the cool place to be. And I'm just like, fuck microtransactions. You said fuck microtransactions, right?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Why should we just be like, oh, well, they make sense. A lot of people are spending money for it, and that's why they're doing it. Sure. Yeah. That doesn't mean I'm going to like it. That doesn't mean I'm going to approve it or be cool with it. Or
microtransaction.
Like, they can do whatever. I'm the consumer. I'm thinking about me. I'm not thinking about everybody else and how they feel and how in the developers. Like, no. When I look at a game, I'm saying, do I want to buy this? No. Moving on. When I look at something like Star Wars Outlaws, there's
Pretty much
plenty of there's
catchphrase.
plenty of third person there's plenty of third person games, right? Plenty of them. Star Wars looks different.
There are also lots of misunderstandings. There's also lots of misunderstandings. People were assuming that Wukong was a Souls-like. Turns out it's not.
But I understand why people think that way, because it looks because it looks very similar, dude.
And that's
the eye test isn't fooling anybody.
That is the fault of Souls-like. That people that make hack and slashes are like, yo, Souls-likes have the best aesthetic, so let's copy them. Now it's the fault of Souls-likes. This is where we're at.
If that's where you want to place us.
This is where we're at right now.
That's where you want to place.
All right. Gogo Post says, I do like Souls-likes. I love Wolong because the magic makes it easy and fun. So here we are, right? Here we are with just one Souls-like that plays completely different than all the other Souls-likes. Just like Bloodborne, which also plays completely different. But let's stick to just this one. I hate Wolong. Because as someone that does play lots of Souls-likes, I can say that it is completely different from the types of Souls-likes that I like. I now believe that Souls-likes have their own subgenres. Does that now give it merit in your eyes or in everyone else's eyes? Even though we have someone in the chat saying something that I didn't even bring up, proving that Souls-likes are not uniform. Does this in any way change how you feel about Souls-likes being one-dimensional?
Zero. Because this is my personal opinion. I mean, it feels like you're trying to make me see something that you feel like I'm missing. I'm telling you that, hey, I ain't missing shit.
So
I'm not missing anything. I don't like it that much. I'm not that big in. I've stated many times that, hey, I'm not that big into Souls-like games. There are some Souls-like games I can get into, but after a while, personally, they start to all feel the fucking same. They do. I don't care how many different ways you say, oh, but this one has this type of magic and this one doesn't even have magic at all. I don't care. There's still dodge. There's still parry. There's still fucking roll. And there's still just like walk around damn near lost. A lot of these games barely guide you. They try to pull out the same thing that Elden Ring did. They're all trying to pull from the same tree. And I see that. A lot of people see that. And I mean, whether they want to go for it or not is on them. But for me, I'm not going.
All right. Oshas, thank you so much for the super chat.
Park that has the same fucking type of ride, and just because the rails are different and the car I'm riding in is different and the sound's a little different, doesn't mean that I'm not getting the same dopamine feeling that I got from every other similar roller coaster. You see what I'm saying?
We'll never agree on this.
For
because
me,
even my beloved Tekken, you can argue that they should have stopped at Tekken 3. Even my beloved Tekken. For me, every single Tekken plays completely different. And I'm not even talking about genres. I'm talking about just a specific franchise. For me, because I played a lot of Tekken, they all play completely different. But at this point, Ham, you might as well say every single Tekken's the same. Every single Forza, like Forza Motorsport should have stopped at like the third one, because all of the other ones, it's just the cars that were different, but the gameplay
you're reaching right now.
Exactly the same.
I feel like you're reaching because a game making a sequel is not the same as a game being made and every other seeming developer is trying to do what that game is doing. That's not the same thing. If you want to mess with your own IP and make it different, cool. If you think that if you think that Tekken 4 feels way different than Tekken 6 or something like that, fine. But that's the same IP. Like, I don't care. And it's from the same developer, Bandai Namco. But is this from Bandai Namco? No. Elden Ring is. But what are they doing? Trying to replicate the success of what something else did with maybe a different budget. So maybe they have different projections. Sure, you may be right with, oh yeah, they see success in it with the amount of money that they spent and everything. But as me buying this, I don't care about my fucking neighbor. I don't care. I don't want it. It doesn't look different enough to me. I'm still doing what seems like to be very similar things.
At this point,
To
I'm not
me-
even trying to convince you. I'm not trying to convince you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not trying to. Yeah. Oshus, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. Says Souls games have exactly the same mechanics that FromSoft established. FPSs do not. Halo has nothing in common with Half-Life or Doom. Okay. Again, I'm not trying to convince anyone anymore, because you guys have already made your decision, right? And I thought that I was not alone in having an open mind with things that I agree or disagree with. Right?
Now you're telling me that. Now you're insulting me like you told me yesterday,
No.
the day before. Now you're throwing insults.
I'm saying
Personal
specifically to Oshus. No, I'm
Not
saying
open mind?
specifically to No. I'm talking specifically to Oshus here with the mechanics thing. The mechanics thing, for me, it falls into my point about Tekken, Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, and all these other fighting games, whether they're 3D or 2D. Anyone can sit there and show you that all these 2D fighting games are exactly the same. Anyone can do that. And then someone else can sit there and explain to you the minutiae of the differences between the two. You just have to sit there and believe whether this minutiae is real or not. It's that simple. Because if anyone has played Wolong, there's nothing there from software. If anyone has played other games,
no, that's incorrect.
Games,
that's incorrect.
If in my
glory
opinion,
kills, just like they have the glory kills and stuff like that.
From Software invented glory kills.
From Software has glory kills, yeah.
No. That From Software established. Look at the super chat, Ham.
Oh, did they establish glory kills?
They did not.
I don't know. I don't think so.
They did not establish glory. Tenchu had glory kills. So again, this is me just saying, okay, I understand, right? Oshus, you already made your decision. You walked into the courtroom before anyone even said a thing. You already came to your conclusion. So I'm not going to argue with you. From Software invented everything, and now everyone's just copy and pasting. And even if that were true, if we're going to sit here and say people should not take what's excellent and try to improve it, we wouldn't have Fortnite, because PUBG came up with Battle Royale. We wouldn't have Valorant.
What about PUBG is exactly the same as Fortnite, though? Those are two totally, to me, those are like pretty different.
Mechanics. Sure. I'm talking about
You're
mechanics. Right. Again, I'm going back to the super chat and everyone else's comments here in the chat. Because aesthetics is fine. Anyone can change aesthetics. I'm talking about mechanics.
You ain't sliding across. You ain't sliding down a hill at 50 miles an hour at 50 miles an hour in no PUBG.
Ham, is there a gigantic map? Do people spawn on that map? Is it all about becoming the last one on the map?
Yep.
Again,
It's in the same genre though, right?
I'm going in circles here. It feels like I'm going
It
in
is.
circles here. Every single genre that has ever existed in gaming has 3, 4, or 5 core mechanics. But only Souls-likes, those mechanics should not be repeated. But in every other genre, it's fine. So that's what I'm saying. Because of this super chat, it became clear to me that okay. The idea is that everyone's already come to their conclusion. This is not even a chat. We're not. It's not. They said, we said. It's we've said it and we're done. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna. What am I gonna say? There's nothing to say. You've already come to your conclusion.
But people did complain. People did complain that there was too many battle royales. Did people not? That's my point. My point of this whole thing is, hey, when there's too much of something, it gets annoying. And to me, there's too many people all making Souls games at once. Back then, back with the PUBG, the Fortnite, and all that, there was too many fucking battle royales. Too many people trying to do the fucking same thing. Halo tried to do a battle royale, right? Remember? And I was there saying, I ain't playing that shit. I remember because Certain Affinity was supposed to be making some sort of battle royale, and we were like, dude, this shit's stupid. Warzone's already doing that. Fortnite's already doing that. PUBG's already doing that. Loke, you're saying all you're doing is reiterating some of the stuff that we've already gone through and don't like. We don't like you're bringing up PUBG and Fortnite. Neither one of us plays those games. Why? Because we don't like them. I'm saying the exact same thing about Souls. I don't really fuck with Souls. I fuck with it every once in a while, but most of them, but they try too hard to come out with so many different type, and I'm just not into it. I have my one. I'm good. I have my one that I like. I'm good.
It's cool, man. Xbox International Podcast, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Kojima games have been the same for years. I'm going to bite because this was a super chat, so I cannot ignore what you're saying here. Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 were literally the same game. Not in terms of the way they played, but if you watch the lore, because you said this as a joke, but if you played MGS4, the Patriots, right, which is like GW and the other AIs, actually explain how the other Metal Gears, the way they kind of simulated the boss, Big Boss, and Solid Snake's ascension into like legendary soldiers, right? It was like set up, and then they tried with Raiden as well by him doing Metal Gear Solid 2. There's actually a part in the game where they mention that this is essentially a reenactment of the first game, but they're trying to remake Snake by putting a soldier with has similar genetics but not exactly the same in the exact same situation, etc., etc. Long story short, this super chat is kind of genius if you look at just Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, and 4, because it's actually kind of true. It is essentially kind of true, and it's lore accurate. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to kind of spit that out. For anyone interested, please go and play MGS 1, 2, 3, and 4. The way they interconnect is insane. It'll blow your mind. As for the Kojima games being the same, you would be right if MGS 5 and Death Stranding didn't exist. Those games are completely different from their predecessors. So if you had kept it to MGS 1, 2, 3, and 4, bro, I'll just be like 100%. They're the exact same game. They are the exact same game. But
shout out to Poison Maniac real quick for not only liking our stream but also sharing it out. I see him on Twitter. He tagged us both in there.
Okay.
I think he tried to tag you in it, but he tagged in Llama instead of Loke.
Oh my god.
He said Ham Solo 05 Gaming and Llama.
As long as people rock up here, that's the point. As long as people show up, that's fine. Soccer Manager. All right. You got jokes. You got jokes. God damn. Chat is going off. I don't know if we can get through all of this, and we still haven't gone through all the games that have come out. Her H1Z1 pretty much started Battle Royale. PUBG evolved it. Again, also, thank you so much for the super chat, Xbox International. Crazy Louie, you the man. Thank you so much. Yeah, dude. We can't try and put shackles on a runaway train. This would have been for me, it would have been tantamount to people saying it was too many superhero movies before we even got to Endgame. Just for me, if something's great and awesome, even if you personally are not into it, let it ride, man. Let it ride. That's just me.
Nah, I'm all set.
That's just me. Like,
I don't want to play it, and I ain't buying it. You do not have
and I'll even bring up one of the games I hated. I still hate it actually. The Last of Us Part 2. I hate that game. But if they make more games like it and people keep buying them, for me personally, I wouldn't say stop making them. I'd just be like, oh, okay, I'm not interested. That's all.
I am. I don't care what your opinion is. I'm saying stop it. Too many. Stop. You guys stop fucking copying everybody else and thinking that everyone's gonna jump. Like I don't know. Like I understand if you're maybe a small studio and you're just making something and you're just trying to get a buck or whatnot. But don't expect me to be like, oh man, go out and support. Like no, man. I'm gonna tell you to go support what I like. And if you don't like what I like, then that's just you. That's fine. You don't have to listen to me. I'm a person just like you are and just like anybody else is. I'm just giving my opinion, and I don't like it. I don't like all of the Souls games. Like it just doesn't seem. It's just not in my realm of gaming. Like every once in a while, I'm down to try one, but when I see 20 of them coming out, I'm just like, I don't even want to try one of them.
This is a good shout out by Gogo Paul. Neo 1 and 2. Very good Souls games.
That's fine.
Yeah. Wolong isn't a Souls like, it's a Ninja Gaiden like. Get it right. And Ninja Gaiden came first. Again, there's so many games. People just lump in with Souls likes. And I'm like, all right, that's fine.
Yep, to me it's too close. Not playing it.
They're the same. Oshus agrees with you. They're the same based around difficulty and dodging and rolling and mini bosses everywhere. I think the main gripe with Souls likes is the difficulty.
Nope. Because like I said, I had a great time with Elden Ring. I had a good time with Stellar Blade. It's just like it was. I don't want to go to the next game that's similar. Like those two games are not. Those two games are totally different, right? Elden Ring and Stellar Blade, two totally different games. But I just don't want to hop into the next game where I'm doing this and this the entire time. Like I just want to play something else. And to me, it's just like all these games seem like you're in the middle of the fucking mountains and you're swinging for your life and rolling. Like
Elden Ring was the most accessible Souls-like of all time, and Stellar Blade is a Souls-light. It's not even a proper Souls game, in my opinion.
What's your point?
So, That's my point. That's all I wanted to say on that. That's all. Ham is a bad neighbor for what? What's he talking about?
Oh, because I said fuck my neighbor.
Oh my god. Look, everyone is tired of Souls game. Tell that to the sales, Oshus. Don't say everyone. I think this is where this whole discussion even started. Because I think it's fine for Ham to feel that way. I think it's fine for most of the chat to feel that way. But don't be sitting here talking about everyone. It's like saying everyone's tired of FIFA microtransactions. No, they're not. No, they're not. I know
There's always somebody out there willing to buy it. That's for sure.
I know it.
Like I said, there's people willing to buy dirty bath water. So I mean, there's a market for everything, Loke. But I'm just saying,
the current market,
I'm not buying.
And what I'm saying is the current market for Souls games is lush. It is lush. We are many. We are legion.
Who?
That's all I'm saying.
You and who?
Souls buyers, people that buy Souls games.
Yeah, like all those Souls buyers that kept Rise of the Ronin and Stellar Blade at the top of the charts, right?
Rise of the Ronin is not a Souls game. It's a hack and slash game. I played it. It's not a Souls game. That's why so many people, at least the PlayStation fanboys, in my opinion, that's why they kept for it. That's why they played it, because it's easy. Rise of Ronin is not a Souls-like, and that's the problem. People see third person, a person has a sword or an axe, boom, it's a Souls game.
Sorry that it looks so similar. That's not our problem. That isn't our problem.
No.
That's not the customer's problem that something looks so similar that we're like, yo, that looks very similar, and I think it's that. You can tell me that it's a Ford, but it looks like the fucking same Toyota that I just seen rolling down the street.
Ham, using the wrong word. It's not a problem. No one has a problem with it. That's why they're selling.
Yeah, all over the top of the charts, just like Elden Ring.
Dude, again, it feels like we're going in circles again, Ham.
No, we are.
Now I have to talk about.
You keep trying to tell me the same points, and I keep telling you the same shit, that I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it, and you don't want to move on. Like, I mean, that's fine. If you want to do another lap, we can do another lap. I can tell you that really for me, I don't like it, and I'm not buying it.
Again,
Ham, and I don't really think that I want to see everybody chasing this trend. It's boring.
I agree with you.
My problem that other people are looking at Rise of the Ronin, they're looking at Wolong, and they're looking at them like they're Souls game. That's not my problem. That's not anybody else's problem, right? It can sell like gangbusters, sure, but don't be mad that the customer sees something and they're like, that looks so fucking similar to another genre that I'm all set. And that's what I'm saying. No. I looked at Rise of the Ronin. I looked at Wolong, and I said Stellar Blade's about all I got. Stellar Blade's the only thing I really wanted. Like Stellar Blade's the only thing that I'm willing to, and then everything else, like maybe in a year or two.
Which is fair. Xbox International Podcast, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, how many times we have to see Revolver Ocelot? Listen. Hold on. Which Metal Gear didn't have Ocelot? Shit, they all had Ocelot. You know what? Xbox International. You got me on that one. Every single Metal Gear Solid game has Ocelot. It is what it is. All right? It is. God damn it. All right, fine. They all have Ocelot. Anyways, let's move on to the next game. First, Berserker Kazan. Ham's tired of it. I can't wait.
Yeah, have a great time.
Speaking of games that play exactly the same, NBA 2K25 official gameplay trailer. NBA
Now,
2K25.
now I think the opposite about this game.
2K25 is the
They need
latest installment
more
of
NBA
football
games.
simulation game developed by Visual Concepts. Take a look at the latest gameplay trailer for NBA 2K25, showing off the over 9,000 new animations that are so different, so unique. A new dribble system. Oh my God! New signature shots. What? And more. NBA 2K25 launches on September 6th for PlayStation 4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch. It's on the Switch and PC Steam. Oh, I'm taking out the audio because of music, obviously. Ham, are you excited for NBA 2K 2025?
I mean, kinda, not really, but I mean, I'm gonna play it. Luckily, I'm not the one buying it, because if it was me, I'd just keep playing the same year that we got already. But Matt buys every 2K, so I'll be playing this game.
Awesome,
I've never not
awesome.
once spent money on a microtransaction in 2K though, and I'm proud of that.
To level up the character.
Never.
Awesome. What
I
are they called?
refuse to
VC
spend money
points.
on that. That's stupid.
It's VC points. I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, they're VC. Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, I forgot Klay Thompson now plays for the Mavericks. That is wild.
It's gonna be it's gonna be an interesting one though, because Bronny James is gonna be in it, right? We got Klay Thompson that moved to the Mavericks. You got Paul George that went over to the Sixers. You got DeRozan that went to Sacktown. It's gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be some interesting rosters on this one. I honestly think, and I stand by this wholeheartedly, 2K is a fucking ripoff. It's an update. It's an update for $70. I'm happy I ain't the one trying to buy it. I'm happy that Matt's the one that, because like I said, I'd keep playing last year's or this year's or whatever the hell, because like I like basketball games, but I'm not so into them that I need the next. And I'm even bigger of a football fan than I am basketball. I don't remember the last time I bought a Madden. I bought college football, but because it was new, it was different. It had teams that I haven't seen for 11 years on a football field, digitally at least. So like, yeah. I mean, look. So so what I don't know. Move on. Never mind. Move on.
The AEC, thank you so much for the super chat. Says it's very boring. Loke got no taste. He likes Metal Gear Solid. Dude, if you really want to hurt my feelings, say that I like Football Manager. Because if Metal Gear is niche, Football Manager is like niche of niche. All right?
I don't think Metal Gear is niche, though.
Try harder.
Just the title itself.
Loke is so hyped for Bronny. What do you mean just the title itself?
I think that genre that Metal Gear does is niche, but I don't think Metal Gear is niche.
Okay. Cheers, Poison Maniac. Appreciate you, man, for correcting the tag. So I seen something real quick here. It says PlayStation players who pre-order the digital version via the PlayStation Store will receive 2 My Team promo packs and a My Player Gamer Plate through September 5th. Ham, what is a My Team promo pack?
My Team promo pack, it's like a pack that you get, you open it up and you get to pick the players that you want or whatnot. It's like a pack of cards.
Like trading cards, but digital.
Yeah, but like you but like when you pick the card, you get that player. You get
Oh,
to
okay.
use
I
that
can at least
player.
play with the player.
No, it's not like it's not a digital art book. It's it's
Okay.
it's
Okay.
like you open the pack of cards on the game, and then you
Yeah.
select your player, and then you get to use them on your my team.
Okay. But so you're telling me at the end, like when 2K26 comes out, I have to buy a new pack. I have to buy a new
Yes,
pack.
that's why it's a ripoff.
But that kind
Yeah,
of
I know, dude. Right now, I have over like I'm actually kind of curious. I want to check before I give you the actual number, but I'm pretty sure I have over 100,000 VC right now. VC over 100,000.
okay.
That's how little I give a shit about that stuff. When I was like I'm not like I said, I'm not a huge basketball like I'm not big into playing these basketball games. But I played last year's version 2K23 a lot more than I did 2K24, right? And
Mhm.
I was just playing the game a lot. Like every night before I go to bed, me and Matt play a pickup game, an exhibition. Me and him play on the same team versus the computer, right? And you collect VC each time you do that, right?
Yep.
So over like 6 months of me and him doing that, I then go to like my team and I have a shit ton of VC.
Okay.
And then I use that on like my team players. I don't ever spend money on any of this shit. It's stupid. To me, it's the equivalent to spending money to buy a new character in First Ascendant when they literally give you the opportunity for you to roll and get it yourself. Sure, it's a bitch, but that's the reason to play the game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Is to
Otherwise, why play?
unlock that stuff, to conquer, to win. Right? I won this character. Yeah. I mean, it feels a lot better than paying $5 for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Richie, you're
time
right.
is different for everybody, though. So, I mean, somebody that's busy all the fucking time, maybe I don't hate on those types of people because, like, hey, you're making gaming a hobby, even though you barely have time for it. So, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But at the
You're
same time, if
financing.
you have all that time, like if I was talking to Vinny and Vinny is like, yeah, I just bought everything. And I'm like, bro, but you game all the time. What are you doing? Like, it hit a little bit different than my mom being like, hey, I bought a Descendant for myself. I was going to say, oh, shit, you play? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get into the first piece of news, the first of two pieces of news for this week.
We only have
Ubisoft game.
2 pieces of time out. We only have 2 pieces of news.
We have more actually, but
Okay.
we're already over the allotted time.
We are. You need
That
to get to bed at
intro,
some point.
that intro, and the whole Souls like thing kind of ruined the rhythm.
That's
But
kind of how the show goes.
but the idea of, obviously we discussed this before the shows, right? Before and after the shows, but I don't mind it because I don't want to make it too like corporate, you know?
Yeah, man. You guys hit that like button. Share it out.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all that did it so far. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But
If
continue.
the conversation is going in a certain direction, I'm not trying to just cut it short for the sake of sponsors and time and whatever. You know, I'm here to have a good time.
You know, in particular, and this is just something I wanted to bring up before you continue, Loke, is this is why I enjoy doing our podcast so much. Because we fucking get into it.
Yeah.
We argue. We don't think the same, nor do we play the same games.
Yeah.
So, like, the points that get brought up, neither one are exactly invalid. They're just the feelings of one person versus another. And I really wish, like, I'm not trying to say people should copy us, but I really wish I'd see that more in other podcasts. It feels like a lot of times when I go to other podcasts, everybody's just kind of like arm in arm, and they're all kind of saying the same thing. Everybody's kind of in agreement.
Variety is the spice of life, right? You want to have podcasts. You want to have the podcast where people are genuine. You want to have the corporate.
I'm not saying that they're not genuine. I think they're totally genuine, but this is boring to me.
Yeah, and you and they can't like you can't properly disagree. I don't know. I need to show up here more often. Appreciate you so much for showing up, Poison Maniac. We do appreciate you. Hopefully we don't turn people off, Ham, because like you said, a lot of people are used to the kumbaya thing. So when they rock up here and then they see us going at it,
they probably think this is our last show when they see us going at it. They're like, oh, these motherfuckers is about to split.
To which I would say, go and watch every other show we've ever done. What is rare, right? Like, what is rare is episodes where me and Ham agree on most of the topics. That's what you know, like, yo, that show was weird. Like, we even talk about it after Ham, like after we go offline. We always comment like, yo, dude, notice how we actually agreed on most things this episode. It's wild. TFD still got its hooks in me. TFD is the first descendant, yes?
Yeah, the first descendant.
You know what, Big Mad Mo? The first time you said TFD, I was lost. Now I know what TFD is. Some places feel scripted, not gonna lie. I guess there's a market for that, Ham.
No, there is. There's more of a market for that than there is for what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that we just do this because we love gaming and we want to get big and whatnot, but we're not finna pretend. We're not gonna copy Elden Ring to be as good as everybody else. You know what I'm saying, Loke?
God damn it, Ham. Let it die. All right? Let's fight another fucking day. Loke won't split. IGN is laying off, so he knows he might be next. God damn it. IGN will
I need to change that profile picture, bruh.
IGN will never die. I'm saying it. All right? It'll be 1,000 years into the future. It'll be a cyberpunk universe, and IGN will be kicking just fine. Anyways, Ubisoft gave YouTubers VIP Disneyland trips for good Star Wars Outlaws Press. I'm not surprised. Before we even get into this article, that's all I'm going to say is that I am personally not surprised. Ever since I saw this game, I was like, this looks kind of mid, but a whole lot of people just jumped on it like, yo, this is awesome, this is amazing, probably. And then another one that they always talk about is like, oh, this is the first Star Wars open world game. And I'm like, have you played any of the Jedi games? The last 2 Star Wars games, those are pretty open world as far as the definition of open world. I don't know how open you want them, or how open a game needs to be open. I don't know.
I think when they think of open world, they think of like what Grand Theft Auto 5 is currently, where you're not loading from section to section ever. You're just pretty much an open world. But the thing is, for me, is like, I would think that you would load to go from the planet to outer space. Like,
that's what I'm saying. We shall see.
Even if it's a hidden load screen, I still think there is some sort of like
it's
cumbersomeness to it, to where it's like you're not really in control. It's just kind of like you're just kind of moving the ship side to side. You know how some of the load screens back in the day you used to be able to run all over the screen?
Yeah.
And like I forgot like some of the old school games like on PlayStation and stuff like that used to be like it'd say loading in the corner, or like FIFA. You know, FIFA, when the game is when the game used to be loading, it used to give you the opportunity to do like penalty shots.
Mm.
So I'm just kind of wondering how that goes.
It still gives you the chance to do that. Now they even like incorporated like training sessions before the game starts, etc.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm interested in that. I am excited for Star Wars Outlaws to come out. I think it should be a fun game. Seeing this kind of news makes me super nervous about it, but then again, at the same time, I'm not exactly buying it day one. I'm just getting on the service to play it to see if I like it. And if I don't, it only got
17 bucks. Yeah,
$18.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I just like after Avatar, and like I got the service for Avatar, and I was happy that I got the service for it, because although the game was good. Don't get me wrong,
But it wasn't $60.
into Avatar, and I was thinking maybe the video game will get me into Avatar, and it didn't. Like, I just don't like Avatar, the IP, the whole IP. I don't like it.
You and me both. Ham, who's Siskel and Ebert?
Siskel and Ebert?
Yeah. Do you know who they are?
No.
Google Post says you can be the Siskel and Ebert. Okay, let me Google that real quick. Oh, they were American film critics known for their partnership on television, lasting from 1975 to Siskel's death in 1999. Jesus.
Holy hell.
That is a long time to do a show.
Yikes.
God damn, man. You think we can make it we have white hair on our heads? You think we can do that? That would be wild.
Oh no, man. That's a lot of energy.
Cheers, Sour Blow says gotta bounce. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in, brother. I appreciate you.
Foxfire, I thought it looked pretty cool at first because I didn't want to be a Jedi. I agree with that. I'm tired of being a Jedi in Star Wars games. But now I lost interest. Why'd you lose interest, Lady Foxfire?
Yeah, I'm interested in why she lost interest, because I'm still interested in the game. I'm interested to see what it's like fighting on the ground, and then they have the space battles and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, I want to do a little bit of my Starfield compare and contrast and see, do I really like this so much more? And like, I mean, supposedly you're supposed to be able to fly into the atmosphere, right? I mean, I've done it on No Man's Sky. I did it not that long ago on No Man's Sky, and I was just like, that was really cool, but I could see myself getting really tired of doing that shit.
Yeah,
because then you got to find somewhere to park, and then on top of it, the game runs off of like fuel that you need to collect and stuff like that. So then it's like once you land, then you have to find a way to get back up. So it's like it's
kind of immersive though.
The disingenuousness that people had with calling Starfield a copy of No Man's Sky is fucking insane. It is fucking nuts. Two totally different games. Totally.
Yeah.
It's very much the way you feel when I was talking about Souls games, right?
God damn it, man. Let me die. Please.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just bringing a comparison to prove your point, not even my point, to prove your point.
Right.
That things don't even have to look. I mean, things can look kind of similar, and people will just say it's that, right? It's that.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm gonna hold a little bit of an L with that, but at the same time, it's just like I kind of feel like you did, like you only looked at the cover of the game. You didn't even look at any gameplay at all.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that you could have looked at gameplay of both of those games.
Some highlights, Sam. You saw some trailers. That's what you did. You saw some trailers and you're like, oh, they're both in space.
Yeah, you've seen two ships in space and you've seen two people walking on the ground, and you're like, those are the same game.
It's the same game. Yeah. But let's okay. This article is Okay, so actually not gigantic. I wanted to just read the cliff notes, but turns out the article's not big. But let's go to the cliff notes first. A new wave of Star Wars Outlaws previews came out last month. According to various reports, Ubisoft offered a VIP Disneyland tour to influencers after their capture session. This information has led gamers to doubt the authenticity of recent opinions surrounding Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars Outlaws, like various other Ubisoft games, has had its fair share of controversies this year. For starters, fans have not been too kind to the game's monetization system and the character.
What? No. God damn it. Like, okay.
Let's do this.
Now my ears are a little, like, a dog's ear, which sometimes will just be one ear going up.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now. I'm like, what the fuck did I just hear? Did you just say microtransactions are bothering a single player game?
Monetization system, that's what they're calling it.
Monetize what? Microtransactions. Because it's something that you buy within the purchase. So it is a microtransaction.
Yes.
But I'm just gonna stop. Continue.
While many were glad to see this sudden change, it seems. Oh, sorry, I didn't finish here. Previews were also quite negative initially.
Oh, initially.
But the latest impressions have been encouraging. I wonder why.
I wonder what they script.
While many were glad to see this sudden change, it seems Ubisoft relied on taking content creators to Disneyland in hopes of receiving more positive impressions.
Right. That's wild.
So why this matters? Fans are now concerned that these content creators were swayed by Ubisoft's marketing campaign, leading to dishonest impressions. So here's one of the content creators at Chewy Live said, Ubisoft and Star Wars flew me out to California to play Star Wars Outlaws. Right there, you know that there's swag involved, huh? Right there. You don't even have to add anything because you're not going to get flown out just to, play this and then bounce. There's definitely Ubisoft and Star Wars.
People have people fly out to play their game.
But there's a lot of... No, what I'm saying is that there's swag involved. You know what swag is, right?
Oh, yeah, stuff we all are getting.
Exactly, like controllers and whatever, t-shirts, etc. Anyways, interview the game director and lead writer and meet the cast. I am beyond grateful for this amazing opportunity. We haven't even gotten into Disneyland and we're already treading on conflict of interest, in my opinion. Because the reason why people call it access media is because the access media trades the access they have to give us whatever media is convenient for that company. Because the reason why certain outlets will never give like FIFA a 3 out of 10 or 1 out of 10 is because then they will probably lose access. Nintendo is also notorious for blackballing either journalists or outlets for giving them shit. So, access. They flew you out, they got you your accommodation, you got your swag, and you got access to the game director and lead writer. No conflict. Still no conflict. Okay. VIP tour of Disneyland tomorrow. Exploding mind emoji. Thoughts?
Like, if I got an opportunity like this, I'd be crazy not to take it, right?
I disagree.
You think so?
Yeah. For me at least.
I feel like having this message out there that this person said, "Hey, Ubisoft and Star Wars flew me out," telling people what had happened is good. Is good.
Yes.
It's context, right?
Yes. Yes. That's
So
good.
I don't see anything wrong with what Chewie did.
I'm not going to Disneyland though.
I am taking my family to Disneyland.
All right. Well, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I don't see why not.
I can tell you why.
Please.
I work conflict of interest at my workplace. Like I've shared before that I work with procurement. I'm not going to be specific about who I work for, etc. But I work with procurement, and one of the most sensitive things, or one of the main focuses of procurement, is to avoid conflict of interest. So the reason why I was pointing out the flight is that in the rules of procurement, you can't take anything from a third party that you are either evaluating or that you might adjudicate. As a content creator, you are evaluating the game, and you will adjudicate it a positive or negative review. So the first thing that
Why
needs to
can't
get
I still give it a negative review?
Yeah, but Ham, as the thing with conflict of interest is that it's not about the outcome; it's about the perception.
So if you've seen me
should
go
not
out
put
to do
yourself-
this, let
Yes.
me ask you real quick and let you answer, and then I'll let you continue. So if you flew me out to California to play Star Wars and then took me to Disneyland, and then I said, "Hey, I give this game a 7 out of 10," and everybody else is like, "I can see that." What did I do wrong?
Objectively, there's still a breach of conflict of interest, because it's not about what you do after you get the stuff. It's that you got the stuff.
Fair enough. I can see that.
Yeah, and in the definition of conflict of interest, you shouldn't take the flight. You shouldn't take the accommodation. You shouldn't take any per diem from them. You can do the interview because that's part of your job. You can do the interview with the game director, the lead writer, and play the game early. But beyond that, we're not talking about sweeteners. These are now things that people can now infer conflict of interest. Because, Ham, to your point of, if I give it a 7, is that okay? Yes, but what if it's Elden Ring and From Software gave you all of this stuff and you give it a 10?
But is it a 10?
And that's the crux of the matter, Ham. When it comes to conflict of interest, it's not whether the product is the best or the best priced. When it comes to conflict of interest, it's that you should not put yourself in a position to where conflict of interest can be brought up.
See, like the gray area that I'm kind of seeing though, like, if I go shopping at Sam's Club, right? And I walk around and I see everything's the same price. It's Costco. But when I go to Costco, I get samples. That's a conflict of interest right there, isn't it? Because I've got samples from somewhere versus what I get from this other place. Like this other place gave me something for free and said, "Have a nice day." I ate it and I bought this, and I bought that product from Costco, but it was the same price as Sam's Club. I'm
Let me
sorry.
tell you what's different. Let me tell you what's different. When you're going to shop You're going to shop for yourself. Content creators don't create content for themselves. And this
But
is why
you
I
can do
bring
that as a content creator at Costco and be recording yourself and being like, oh yeah, like I really like this place because they
done.
have this branding
Done.
right
As
here.
soon as you do that, it's conflict of interest by definition. Because whenever you put yourself in a position where you are in the middle, right, as an evaluator of anything for someone else, you would now have to be impartial. And to guarantee that you are being impartial, there must be zero conflict of interest. Do you see how there's no escaping this?
I don't think there's any escaping this the other way around. Like you're saying, hey, don't do it, but they're like, okay, and then they hang up with you and call somebody else.
That's fine.
And then
Me and you and I have had this discussion about many things before, Ham. Me personally, I don't care if I'm the only one in the room doing the right thing. I'm going to do the right thing.
But who's to say it's the right thing though? That's right to you.
I am what I'm trying to tell you, right, Ham? You're trying to dox me. Don't dox me with
I didn't know I was doing anything.
I
said
almost
it's okay for you.
I almost brought up where I work and why I'm telling you these rules.
Well, that's not my fault.
Because this is universal. What I'm telling you right now is universal. There's no way around it. By definition,
your camera shut off, by the way.
I know. I'm trying to fix it. Yeah. As I was saying, because I've seen many regulations, both local and international, as soon as you put yourself in a position where you are between yourself and potential customers, and you are a beneficiary of whatever, I don't know, sorry, and the customers are waiting on you to make an evaluation, you are now in a position that could be compromised, and then conflict of interest comes up. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like that happens in like almost all businesses though. Like I've seen so many times where they're like, hey, let me take you out to eat and let me take you out to eat and we'll talk about this. And they do that. Like I don't see what the difference between
again, there's people that follow the rules and there's people that don't.
But is this but is what he's doing, is that literally against the rule or is it just something that you don't like?
No, it is literally against the rule.
So this is against the law, what he's doing right now.
Not against the law, because it's not like he works for even if you work for IGN, and this is the big difference between content creators and journalists. If you work for IGN, he could lose his job for this. I'm not saying he would, but this is reason enough. This would have been reason enough.
But he doesn't.
And that's why I'm saying, not because now you're moving it to another arena. You asked me if this is right or wrong. I'm telling you that it is wrong.
I guess I'm mixing up right and wrong. I'm asking you if it's legal or illegal.
Right.
That's what I mean by right or wrong.
Next area. Now we moved on to the next area. First off, this is wrong because of the responsibility that every streamer or content creator has to the people that they then go and spout their opinions of these games about. All right, that's the first thing. Whether it's illegal, it's not illegal. Ham. This is perfectly legal.
Well, then I don't understand it. Like, because what you're saying is like, if it
doesn't mean it's right.
I'm not trying to tell you, hey, I don't understand the difference between right and wrong. I'm just trying to say, like, I'm trying to understand, like, all right, well, this person's doing a job. They got wined and dined, but at the end of the day, they still have to give their review. And I, as a person that's looking at said person's review,
Exactly, Lady Foxfire.
but the thing is, I have the clarity that he did what he did. So then I can base his review off of, okay, he went and seen all this stuff. He gave it a 10. All right, now I'm feeling a little fishy. But if he goes out and does all this stuff and still gives it a 7, then I'm like, well, it sucks to be Disney. That's
So
the way
again,
I'm looking at this personally. Is like, wow, it sucks to be Disney in Star Wars because they paid for somebody and it didn't pan out the way that they wanted to.
So again, Ham, it comes back to this point in the article. Previews were also quite negative initially, but the latest impressions have been encouraging. So the trend was going down. It's now going up. And then
But did anything change about the game for that impression, though, to change? Like,
all we know is
because
that
that started out talking about the monetization system, right?
All we know is that people are going to Disney. People weren't going to Disney. People started going to Disney. See, Ham? People weren't going to Disney. People started going to Disney.
No. I get that. I get that.
No
I get how that fuckery works, right? I get that. But yeah. So for this specific write-up right here, the post that he put on Twitter gives you enough context to be like, all right, I need to then kind of vet this person before I really.
No. Do you know what I do with that? What I do with that is I move Chewie to the side, and now I have a base behavior for Ubisoft. So now I don't trust anything that comes out from anyone until the game comes out. Because if they did it with Chewie, who else have they done it with? And it's to Lady Foxfire's point here. She says you can do whatever you want, go on that trip, take free stuff, but any person who is reviewing something and they get freebies, people would question their credibility.
Oh, 100%.
Simple.
I 100% agree.
And that's why I'm saying, me personally, back to the reason why we started this conversation. Me personally, the only thing I'm doing, I'm accepting the game code to play the game early, and I'm like, yo, can I talk to the game director and the lead writer via Zoom? I don't need to fly. I don't need to fly there. And I'm good on Disney. Because credibility, that's all you have, man. Like, the only reason people are here right now in the chat is because they believe that me and you, first off, we're saying what we actually think. As soon as we do something like this, as soon as, okay, you can do it, whatever. As soon as I do something like this, any review that I ever bring up in the future, it'll be like one of our friends, I'm not going to bring up his name, that was like, Redfall is awesome. Now, every time he says any game's awesome, people just snip those 10 seconds of him saying Redfall was awesome.
Okay.
So that's why, me personally, I'm not doing this. I'm getting the game, I'm interviewing via Zoom, and I'm out. The AAC Vic,
I still might do it. I'm not lying. I still might even do it, because the whole thing is, to me, is just like, I understand what you're saying, but if I give you enough clarity and you still don't want to believe me, fuck you. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Because it's just like, yo, dude, I told you what I was doing. I told you what I did, and I gave you what I felt was solid. You agree with me or not, that's on you.
I have a follow-up question for you, Ham.
Okay.
Let's say Ubisoft flies you out for Star Wars.
All right.
And you give it a 5. This is mid as hell, and It's not worth your money. That's Ham's review of Star Wars. And then
Probably
they
not getting pulled
don't
back
call
out.
you back. And then they don't call you back for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Then they don't call you back for the next Far Cry. But then they call you back for the Division. And then someone on the media team is like, yo, we skipped you a couple of times because that was some messed up stuff you wrote about Star Wars. Hopefully you'll be nicer to us with your next review. What are you doing?
Sorry you felt that way, but I got to do what I'm doing. Like,
And
I
if
mean,
the division is
at
if
that
the
point,
division
it's
is
on
shit,
me. At
if
that
the
point, it's
division is
on me
shit,
to. At
hold
that
on.
point, it's on me to stick with me or fall into the company's good graces. If
So
it
in
came down,
that example, if the division is shit, you would give it a 5.
absolutely, why not?
All right, fair enough.
Because I'm still like, if I'm still being me and true to what I believe, then I should be telling you guys what it is. I shouldn't be switching. Oh, now it's a 10. All of a sudden, just because I visited, they'd be like, "Well, why is this a 10 compared to the last time you visited and you gave it you gave a different game a 7?" Like, why subject myself to that much? Why would I subject myself to lie to everybody?
Well,
Because
you're different.
to me, lying is so much harder.
Well, I would say that you're different and you're rare, because going back to that Redfall example, there's many way more influential influencers than me and you that got flown out and said it was amazing, and it became what it became. And everyone who is in access media understands the give and take. The give and take of, you better say this was good so that we can give you more shit in the future. And then when the more shit comes in the future, you better say it was good as well. So that's why for me,
I think
'cause
context
I don't
also
wanna deal
matters
with that.
too. Because
What?
if I were to say, "Hey, Redfall was good, but I only got to play this little section right here," and then the game comes out and it's nothing like the little section that I got done playing, wouldn't it be my responsibility to say, "Hey, I thought it was a lot better than this because of
And
this particular part"?
Ham, thank you so much for bringing that up. That's where conflict of interest comes in. It's to protect you, because when you do a proper adjudication and you adjudicate a supplier that's shit, but you have zero possible conflict of interest, people just take this as like a bad experience and move on. But if there's anything, if there's even a drop of evidence that someone might point to, be like, of course he said that, they flew him out. Of course he said that, he got this special edition of this.
They would
Of
say
course
that anyways, seeing that I got a copy of the game for free. They would say that anyways, Loke.
Hold on, no. If you got a copy of a code of the game, that's what reviewers get. Reviewers get, every single review on the planet gets a code of the game.
That's
and
not
gets to play.
We reviewed games that we've paid for.
No, I'm talking about access media. Ham, come on.
You're
dog.
talking about access media. Okay, go ahead.
That's what this whole thing is about. Every one of these guys get the codes for the game, and then they play the entire, they get most of the game to play. So that can't be used against you. Interviewing the game director and lead director via Zoom, that also can't be used against you, because that's also part of the usual thing that happens. It's why if you come to this article, Ham, they're not leading here. They're not leading with streamers got codes early. They're not leading with streamers got to talk to the game director or the lead writer, because that's standard. It's standard operation for everyone. They're leading with something that does not happen. This is not normal. This is not normal. So, going back to your question, if you say Redfall was awesome, did you get flown out? No. Did you get any swag? No. Did they send you to Disney? No. Did they give you a special edition Redfall console? No. Oh, Ham just played a specific build and they duped him. That's all that happened. All right, cool, whatever. And people keep it pushing. But as soon as you get something over and beyond the industry norm, then we have a problem. In accounting, when people are checking procurement processes that have situations like this, they call it a finding. That's what they call it. The AEC Vic, thank you so much. Crazy how strict Loke is working for IGN. 3 laughing emojis. Again, I do not work for IGN. Ham, I'm good to move on this one. Do you want to add anything?
I see what you're saying, and you're absolutely right on the part where like you're gonna be walking on pins and needles if you accept something like this for probably the rest of your career. But at the same time, I just don't know. I just don't know, man. Like before accepting stuff like this, I would then have to talk to like peers of mine that do this kind of stuff and go visit and see this kind of stuff and ask them themselves, hey, have you ever got benefits like this before?
Yeah.
Because then I think that would be more of a level-headed decision to make at that point. Hey, if I hollered at King Dave and I was like, yo, you ever went and go visited somebody to talk about their game and they just like was like,
hooked you up.
You want to test drive this Maserati? You know what I'm saying? Like, have they ever did that to you? And if he is like, nah, and then I tell him, yo, what I got offered, and he's like, yo, man, like, be careful.
Don't be doing that.
I probably like listening, like after hearing you and then hearing David say, yo, dude, like that's kind of fucked. I'd probably have to pass on it. But like if I heard from David, yeah, we did that, I'd be like, next flight, please.
Let's go.
Yes. Because I need to know how not normal or how much trouble I could be possibly getting myself into, right? It's always, you know, a lot of people say, why you toe dipping? Well, there's a reason why a lot of motherfuckers toe dip. Because they ain't trying to fuck around and find out the wrong thing.
Vic's got some jokes, says it's too expensive to fly me out anyways. Yo, flights from Mozambique to the States are pricey.
That's like what, like $2,000 at least?
They are pricey. Just one way. But Lady Foxwell also brings up another point here, Ham, about why it's so important to maintain like zero conflict of interest. She said, I would lose interest in people like that and I wouldn't follow them, whether they were journalists or YouTubers. But before she does that, Ham, she would buy a game based off of that YouTuber's recommendation. That's where the responsibility comes in. But gotcha. Yobi says majority of the time, welcome in Legendary Yobi. Majority of the time people get flown out to review gamers early. A majority of them are not honest about and kiss the teams to stay in their good graces. Yep. Vic says, fuck it, I'm lying my ass off. Give me everything, baby.
Low keeping it, I mean, not low, Vic keeping it $1.50.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Anyways,
make sure you guys hit that like button if you just showed up a little bit ago. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much for giving us a little piece of your day, no matter if you're here for just a couple minutes or if you're here for the whole damn thing. We here at TSWS value everybody's opinion, and we love reading off stuff from the chat. So feel free to engage as you feel necessary. But what do we got next, Luke?
Next, we have Darksiders. Lady Foxfire actually said that she is playing Darksiders right now. A new Darksiders game is in development. Publisher THQ Nordic and developer Gunfire Games are working on a new game in the Darksiders series. The companies announced. Be prepared to ride again, reads the teaser text. We will reveal anything else at this point in history. No. Oh, sorry.
I've never played Darksiders. What is this game?
You've never played?
Nope.
What?
What is it?
Bro.
It's been around for a long time, but I've never played it.
Bro.
I remember grabbing the game and looking at the back of it and just putting it back.
Ham, this is one of the most underrated gaming series of all time. It's not like the best of all time, but it is very underrated. What? None of them.
None of them. No, I've never played it. Can you tell me what the fuck it is?
It's essentially about you playing as the four horsemen. So like war, death. I don't know the other two, and there's some biblical shit that goes on there, like demons in.
Oh, he's saying Gogo
on
said
the
it's
first
better than
on the
God
first
of
Dark
War,
Souls.
in his opinion. So is it like a hack and slash game?
Yes, it is hack and slash.
Okay.
How much is Darksiders on Steam? I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'm stressed right now. Ham has never played Darksiders.
Let me see if I have it already, because I might game share with Matt. He might already have it.
Bruh, don't make me go and buy this game right now.
You don't need to do that. Yeah, but I've never played it. Tell me more about it.
Oh my god. You need to see it. Hold on. Let me get some gameplay on the screen.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
What? This guy has never played Darksiders.
Would you calm down? Stop making so much noise. They're going to hear us.
And it's 2,300 hours in my building. Oh god. Hold on. What? This guy has never played Darksiders. Darksiders 1 gameplay. Let's go.
Yeah, it looks like I have Darksiders, the 360 version.
Bro, play this game, man.
I'll download it right now. It's only 7 gigs.
This thing is monstrous, bro. So you can see the similarities to God of War, opening chests and shit.
You need to share that screen. You're sharing the wrong screen.
Oh,
you're the only one watching this.
I'm sorry. I'm busy
enjoying yourself, aren't you?
I'm busy enjoying Darksiders by myself. Oh fuck! Look at the so this is the first one. You play as War.
Why does it remind me of Fable?
This guy is bad ass, bro. His armor, his fight style, it's just it's fucking awesome.
The way he moves reminds me of like a Fable and Dante's Inferno.
Yes. Dante's Inferno is a good reference point.
It's like Fable openness with like Dante's Inferno kind of aesthetic. And I bet it's like, I mean, it's called Darksiders. I bet it's dark like Dante's Inferno too, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the kills and the demons that you fight.
But they got naked ladies.
One or two, but they're kind of demonic.
Joking, but okay.
They're kind of demonic. So it's not sexy, you know.
No, I get it. It's probably like Dante's Inferno, you know.
Exactly. You see,
Dante's Inferno's had ass and titties in it.
Yeah. For a biblical game, it's kind of graphic.
I'm not surprised. Fucking the Bible is graphic.
Good point, Ham. Jeez. I would have thought you'd take it there. Jeez. All right.
Yeah,
So
man,
yeah,
all
this
that
is
shit.
Dante. Sorry, it's not Dante.
History
This
is graphic, and what is the Bible? It's
supposedly. We're not trying to
right.
lose subscribers. We're not trying to lose
Supposed-
subscribers. Not today. So yeah. You see, it's got some light puzzle elements, some platforming as
Yeah,
well.
it's very God
The
of War
boss-
like. I see why he said that now.
Yeah. The boss battles are nice.
I've never played this game. I'll have to give it a try.
Bro, please. And then when you're done, go and play the other 4.
Other four.
I'm telling you, the whole series is top tier. They're very good games.
I just
Not the
finished
best
that
of
one.
all time. Not the best of all time, but they're very good games. Oh yes, Yobi's right. Death had the illest fighting style. Death has these scythes. Actually, let me show you instead of just saying it. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Death is Darksiders 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. This guy is Death. Bro.
Oh, you're playing with the guy with the big fork or whatever you call it.
No. There's scythes.
Yeah, that thing that I'm talking about. This
Yeah,
sword
yeah.
thing that he swings around.
Yes. I forgot that you could swim in this one. There's a lot in the second one, there's a lot more like traversability. The first one was more stiff, in my opinion. I guess like every other game, right? They all start off stiff and then give you more freedom in the sequels.
Okay, I've seen enough.
All right. So Ham has made a commitment, people.
And you get a
Ham is
horde.
going to play-
Okay,
Ham is going to play Darksiders.
I'll give it a try.
And with that, we have reached the end of this week's episode.
Oh, nice. I'm free.
Ham?
What?
I honestly, I wish I didn't have to go to work tomorrow, because me and you need to talk about Souls likes. We really need
No,
to
we
talk
don't.
about Souls.
No, we don't, man. I don't want to talk about that anymore. The conversation's over. Souls are over. Like,
But
we're done.
Vic is nasty. Says he do a succubus. Oh my lord.
Oh my goodness. This man's sick.
Vic is down bad.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for everybody that's joined, everybody that's hit the like button, shared us out. This has been an
Yes.
awesome stream. We've almost been here for 3 hours and it's felt like 20 minutes because we only had a couple topics. But man, I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for rocking with us so long. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. We are definitely trying to grow. And I would definitely like to start maybe even every once in a while throw a guest in here.
On Wednesdays.
Yeah.
The
Every
thing is
once in a while.
the thing is on Wednesdays, Ham, because on Fridays it's more chill in my opinion, with like with Cozy and Matt and Mento and stuff.
It would have been so nice today to have a referee.
No, I think a guest today would have been very uncomfortable when me and you were going at it about the Dark Souls thing.
Not a new guest, a seasoned guest. Kind of somebody like Pixel Bit.
Maybe.
We'll
All right.
talk about it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for showing up and showing out for today's show. Lo, go on ahead and take us out.
All right. Shout out to the super chats. Raichi, Raichi, Drawn TJ, Oshus, my brother from South Africa. Crazy Louis from Xbox International Podcast, and the AEC Vic. Thank you so much for the super chats. For everyone else in the chat, thank you so much for coming through. From Yobi, from Poison Maniac and Lady Foxfire that shared us out on Twitter. Really appreciate you guys. Raichi, always with the nastiness in the comment section. Appreciate you. Gogo Po, Taye, thank you for coming through. Mike Jans, Sao Blow, everyone that came through. If I forgot you, my bad. But we do appreciate you for coming through on TSWS. We will see you on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2200 hours Central African time. We're on Mondays as well at 2 p.m. Eastern at 2000 hours Central African time. And every single Wednesday, we do what we just did. So thank you so much, and we'll see you on Friday. Goodbye.